Good morning, everyone. I am so sorry for pushing the stream back. I had some things come up, so I do appreciate you all being patient. Really means a lot to me, so thank you. It's good to see everybody. Happy Monday. Man, it was hard. It was hard getting this is the last week of school, and it was hard getting everything going and moving. And I mean, it's summertime. We're not supposed to be going to school no mo. How's everybody doing today? Good morning, What the Croc, Red, Linism, Blissful, Nursery, Sunny, Fixin', Lori, Sherry, Rebel, Kimberly, Dick Tim, Froggy, Andrea, Music City. I'm not going to scroll all the way back up because I had you all waiting a while, but it is good to see everybody. Ours should have been as well. They actually want to go into the middle of next week, and I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that. Good morning, Freeside. Gotcha. Charles, Roddy, good to see you. Steven's Adventure, Morning Rays. Who's on first? What's on second? Good morning, Laura, Andrea, Polished, Tammy's, Tobeans, Jason, Rainbow Mom, Gemini. So good to see everybody. Ava, Killshot, good to see you. Tiffany, Colleen, Andy. Man, did anybody else see Betty's horrific clickbait this morning? And then to go into a rant about what other creators are saying and doing when you just, like, as the supposed friend, as a supposed team member, you post something that horrific. Hey, Trish, Linda's Island, Miss Liverbird, Sunflower, Gary. That was horrible. It was horrible. May 23rd. I wish. Oh, you're a newbie this morning. Well, welcome. And you weren't blocked. Oh, I'm blocked. Oh, you must have gotten a membership. That's awesome. Thank you. But yeah, that was she booted 2 people out. I'm blocked for life, apparently. I didn't try. She called my ass out for that clickbait, and her mom said I was drama. Yeah, you're drama, not that clickbait. It was crazy. I wasn't expecting that for a Monday morning. It needs to stop. Yes. And then you know what else is crazy happened? Jay, did you hear her calling you out with a clickbait title like that? Oh, I was mad for you. I'm like, you got audacity. You don't got a lot, Betty, but you sure got all the audacity. Hey, Carrie. She can't help herself, can she? Mm-mm. Says the same old Betty. Oh, you did get a notification. Thank goodness. Hey, RC. Nope, just started. You were on time, Cactus. Oh, I don't know about all that, Music City, but I'll take it. It is delusional. Bless Mama is horrible. And mind you, this is supposed to be somebody who's friends with Seth Rogers. Like, why would you even do that? Like, I don't even like the guy. And I would never do that. She knows he subscribes to her. She knows Tony's watching. But then again, this is what his team has done from the jump, right? She is high on her connection. And you know what? Most who were have fallen down. So for their community, someone else has a freaking stick, in my opinion. See, I don't know what that one is. I can take a wild guess. I try not to pay that one person any attention. But, you know, to keep it going, we might just have to. Saw her title and thought Sebastian had been found deceased. That's terrible. Right? That's what she wanted people to believe. Hey, goody. And then guess what else? Guess who's back? So I actually feel bad because I fell for it, and I do believe parts of what they're saying. Betty Bop, if you're in here, it's your turn up. Guess who Betty Bop is? Good morning, Whispers, Cotton Candy, Forever Army, Mel O. She makes me cringe. She does. When she said the police are scared for her to come to Tennessee because her and her team, your team of what? Nimnods? Your team of what? Come on. Hey, Broken Bougie. So Betty Bop going around in all our chats suddenly is the fake dog handler Steph. It's the fake dog handler Steph, allegedly. I mean, you know, I didn't see, but I do believe the people who have said it, that she came on and had her camera on and, you know, kind of showed that it was her, and makes sense why she couldn't get her story correct. She did not have shoulder pads. Did she have shoulder pads? Didn't they go out like in the, oh, bless it. Been around a while in all kinds of different communities. I've seen that name. There's another one, though, is me, Tiffany. There is another one. You believe it, Halo? She was in here the other day. Thank you, Money Moves. Always coming in with the thumbs up. I appreciate that a lot. Maybe they're a little afraid of the strangler, but I don't know. No, you know what that voice sounded like to me? I'm going to show you. So you guys let me know. There's this woman who is obsessed with trolling a particular non-creator, and she often comes up on my stream, on her stream. She's always derailing. So I kind of thought it was her. But Queen is saying she actually saw this lady. So let me pull this up. And that it is Stephanie. Now, of course, I didn't see her. Where'd it go? Right here. I had to private the stream because of this lady. But, all right. Hold on. All right, this is the lady. Damn, my mouse is so loud. I got to switch it again. Queen does make people show their face if she's never seen their account. Ooh, let me switch my mouse really quick. So this is a lady who often comes up. She comes up under different names all the time, and she's very obsessive with starting trouble. And me too, Day Tripper. So you're with me, Day Tripper. I think Betty Boop is loved too. That's who I think it is. Yes, not that Stephanie. We already got a not that Nina. Now we're going to need a not that Stephanie. I did not. Saw her and showed her pic. Same woman. All right, so this is who I was thinking it was. Listen to the voice.
I am actually, let me tell you something, Brittany J. I am against bullying, but bullying is more like what I went through.
Now, who saw her in chat saying, I was bullied? I told Brittany I was bullied, and she turned around and said, I'm a weirdo and bullied me. That sounds like her, right? She's talking about being bullied. Hey, barbecue lady, I've heard a lot. It's nice to see you. Sounds like her, right? She's a whole troll that always reappears, Jamison. So let's keep listening. You guys tell me.
What you're going through is not bullying. I've been watching you, and you kind of try to make people believe what you're saying, and you can't do that. You cannot have people like if you say red, people have to say red. No, you gotta tell people, let me have you watch this and then see what you think about this.
Where is she from? I don't know. She just appears. She says California, but I don't know where this lady's from. So, all right, so this is her. This is the one that I think it is. But this is her over on QBs. So let's hear this.
So realizing that, analyzing all the interviews and starting
in chaos.
That's
Hold on.
They're one of the biggest tragedy pimps. And
what the fuck, really?
Not like the money that I donated. If anything, there was a point that I wanted to get to. It's not a matter of like anything with her kids or like the money that I donated. It's just the fact that.
What do you guys think? Does it sound like it? Let me play a little bit more. You tell me.
You can even put your own opinion on her chat when you get blocked or you.
So she comes up on that panel talking about you can't have your own opinion, you get blocked, and she comes up on my panel saying the same thing. Bullied.
Okay, stop it.
Well, I'm a little worried that you're incapable of staying on topic. So can I have you up another time? Because this was a serious topic.
No. I can stay on topic. I can stay on topic. Spend money on that than milk.
Actually has experience as well.
Passed away and
Tell me it's not the
weird
same lady.
accident. That is not a coincidence.
Tell me that's not the same lady. Who thinks they're the same people? Put a 1 in the chat. I'm fully convinced this is who it is. Let me go back to where she comes up about
A
bullying.
divorce or and this and that. So she might have known things, and especially that she started
her, right?
going on social media. And
Love,
then
you son of
she
a
was
trolling bitch. Are you also the dog handler, though? Now that's the mystery here. So we know this is the same person. Is it also the dog? Come up, love. We know you're watching. Right, I think so too, Elizabeth. I mean, listen to the sounds. Listen to what she speaks about.
expressing herself. A husband passed away in a weird accident. That is not a coincidence.
Right, of course.
I believe that
It's
everything
her.
is like,
It's her.
especially them knowing that
I don't listen to you often, but I'll listen to you here. This is her.
You're not okay. You need medication. So that's why she stared expressing herself, saying, "Oh,
The woman's a nut." So I kick her off.
You're not your stalker. You know what I'm saying?
You are a stalker. Say it for me.
You need to stop. Go to sleep.
You think so?
Girl, she was so happy. She was so happy that she made up with her girl.
All right. So then
Get insulted or something. And when I on the private chats, I was just saying that I wasn't agreeing with the fact that that.
So what I'm saying is this love always comes up. She talks about being against bullying, that she was bullied by Brittany, that she gave Brittany money, and then she goes into this whole rant, and then she does the same thing here. That's a good idea, Trish. That's a good idea. She does the same exact thing when she comes on my panels.
Everything was being put on Chris and Katie when there's no there's no proof or facts that they're actually guilty. What do you want? $12, $5? I was mad, girl. I am not. Is that you need to? I'm not bullying you, girl. I'm actually against bullying. But you know what? Let me tell you something, Brittany J. The fact of the matter is, you fall asleep, number one, on people. Number two, you use other people's freaking thing, and then
I actually kicked her off my panel because I'm like, this is a serious topic. This ain't about her.
And neither is Seth. So, but at the same time, I just told her that I wasn't agreeing with all her comments and everything that she was saying. And then now that she's trying to say, okay, well, and I'm like thinking, what the fuck is going on? And next thing you know, you hear like, bam.
I think that's how we're all thinking right now. But what the fuck is going on? Because you're a troll. Okay, so that's her. All right, I'm fully convinced that's her. Now let's go up. Let's go to Jay's. I'm sure you don't mind, Jay. And let's play where she had the fake dog handler on. Is that even still up? Okay, it is. Oh wait, this is just Julie. Hold on. Didn't you have one where you had both the handlers on? Live calling 2 dog handlers. Here it is. It is that one. What the hell stream was it? I'm sorry. I'm looking everywhere. 2 dog handlers call in at Sebastian Rogers' case he's up. Oh, you do have a timestamp. Call Steph the dog handler story. All right.
And see, oh, you don't. you don't have any scent of Sebastian's, do you?
I did.
What if you got a scent? Could you get something from?
Here she comes.
Could you get something from Seth?
From.
Hey, you're live on air with Jay.
Hi, Jay. How are you?
I'm
Edited her out, Jay. Okay. Where can we get her voice? Yes. Well, it would be Betty Boop / Steph. She's back, but she's been a troll in this community for months. Man, I wonder if she's working with Mark W. Damn, you edited her out. We need her. We need her, Jay. Was that her call and played a little more? Okay.
I'm good. Is this Steph?
Oh, it is.
This is Steph.
Hey,
yes.
Steph.
I'm sorry. I'm driving.
Oh, you're okay.
Be
careful. Yeah, be careful.
In between all these, I know. Thank you. In between all these other callers, but I just wanted to let you know that I did go down there. I am from.
See, this doesn't sound anything like Steph. It doesn't sound like Steph. I mean, it doesn't sound like the troll, right? Do you guys hear what I'm hearing? That Betty Boop, I don't think she's Steph the dog handler. I just don't. I think she's that troll of love. You think it sounds like her still? I hear it. All right, we need a poll. We need a poll. Hold on. I need the chat to tell me what you think on this, because I'm not hearing it. I don't hear her as the dog handler. Is the lady on my panel in QB's the same as Steph? All right. Well, I don't know how else to phrase it, but that she sounds different to me. And while you're voting, please hit the thumbs up.
From Southern California,
Okay.
and I
Okay.
was.
So there's that. Now let me play you the examples again. Good idea. All right. God, I am so much louder than her.
That because she's
All right.
been saying that I'm her stalker. I'm not a stalker. I am actually.
Later in Jay's?
Let me
All
tell
right,
you
well,
something,
forward.
Brittany J. I am against bullying, but bullying is more like what I went through. What you're going through is not bullying. I've been watching you, and you kind of try to make people believe what you're saying.
She literally destroyed, and I do mean destroyed, my stream that day. I was so mad. Like, this is a serious topic. This isn't about Brittany J. Like, you need to move on. This is getting to be ridiculous. All right, so let's go back to this voice over here.
The hypocrisy that I feel like, okay, wait a minute, that she's trying to say, okay, well, don't donate to Seth. So that is the hypocrisy that I feel like, okay, wait a minute, you were insulting and you were all over like Katie and Chris, and all of a sudden now you are having second thoughts. And that's okay if you have.
All right, and then
As soon as Chris came out and knew who I was.
They're so smart and so amazing.
They are, and what's wonderful about the bloodhounds, and especially basset hounds, is they have the very long ears, and those ears are to help.
And you can't do that. You cannot
not the same.
Have people like if you say red, people have to say red. But when
this
you
is
start insulting people and incriminating people, or like just accusing people of something that they
listen, I can go from my stream to Queen's stream and it sounds like she's still on the same topic. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely the same people here.
didn't do. I mean, just because now you feel like, oh, I'm having second thoughts. No, you gotta tell people,
see,
let me have you watch this and then
See how the conversation flows from that panel to this panel? I'm telling you, I think these two are the same person, but I don't think that is the dog handler, the fake dog handler. Regardless, they're both annoying AF. Right. Right. All right. So let's see what the poll says, because I don't think it's the fake dog handler, but I will say I do think it's the same person on both panels. So the poll says no, the lady on my panel QP is the same as Steph. Now let's see if the lady on my panel and QPs are the same. That I think we got. I think we know that is. They both want to disrupt people's live streams. You can come up and explain yourself, love, but I know you won't. And if I block her, she would come up under another channel, every single time. Yeah, let's get to that because that's very interesting too. Good old Betty did it again and had the nerve to call out other people. I can't stand people's long intros, I'll tell you that much. Oh, I got too many clips. All right.
So I'm going to have to take the rest of the day today and probably most likely change us all over to Restream.
Okay, here's Queen. The woman that went on panel with Jay for Justice with the hat and glasses was the same one that came up Betty Boop yesterday, girl. She camed up, and that's how I know it's her. So did you hear that she's also the same person that's been coming on my panel trolling with a real hard on for Brittany? Good morning, late girl. Good morning, Chris. I knew something was up with the fake dog handler when she called a Belgian Maltese a Belgian. I don't even know how to say it. So yeah, I'm with you. I don't know the first thing about dog names. Michelle, whatever, from Idaho to wait, so she goes all the way back? Oh yeah, Queen. Oh yeah, it was very interesting. Just real quick for Queen. Here she is on your panel.
No, that's not how it works. So that is the thing that actually made me feel that this woman is not been legit or.
And then here she is on mine.
What you think about this. But what I don't like about you is the fact that you tell people that if this person you feel that is guilty, everybody has to feel like they're guilty.
Same conversation.
Oh, that this whole time she has been just
Betty, you do realize,
tragedy
honey,
pimp.
See, that's the same person. That is the same person without a doubt. What we can't figure out is if it is the dog handler, because when she called into Jay's, she sounds a lot different, but you're saying you saw her. Lord have mercy.
I was going to recommend people look up.
Oh, that's the wrong one. All right. But anyway, we get that, right? We get it. So Queen's saying she saw her, so they must all be the same person. That was on Jay's the dog handler, but Jay cut that one out, so we can't even see that. We could hear it. But all right, moving on. I think we got that pretty much settled. I went to the wrong stream of Jay's again anyway. Lord, I'll tell you. That is so messy. But Betty over here, Betty, doing what Betty does, doing it oh so well. It's the same exact one. Oh my goodness. All right, we got to hear this. What are you doing, love? And did she come up under different names? Because every time I kick her off panel, she'd reappear under a different name with the quickness. It is the fake dog handler. Oh, you're messy. You are obsessive and messy. You are her stalker. I'm sorry, but you're going through all these lengths and there's something wrong. There is something wrong here. let me pull up. Oh, you are messy. Oh, what was your intent? Hey,
Hey, girl, it's me.
all right. What the fuck is going on here?
Look, yesterday we were talking about Brittany J. Cotton had came up, and she was really upset. And I said, she's like, well, you can go look at this, this, and this. And I'm the one. Somebody's talked about our kids, and I'm like, I don't want to see a video of you talking about our kids. None of that. You know, oh shit, my phone's going dead. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Give me a second, honey. I'll be right back.
Okay.
On my lap.
And that's what she would do every time with us. Anytime the conversation was about BJ, she'd come up. She would actually go on BJ's and then talk about me, and then come over here and talk about BJ. And this is nuts, because this is like, listen, this is about a 15-year-old child at this point. You've gone too far here. That there's something mentally unstable. That, I mean, first off, she came in my channel when we were talking about Mike and Miller. She comes there, derails to go on about Brittany. And then she goes up on Queens to derail to go on about Brittany. And she did all that while pretending to be a fucking dog handler too, to boot. This is weird. Oh, welcome. Thank you, barbecue. Thank you. Is that what you, as your, you guys, honeypots? I always say my people don't go around enough with the watermelons. Becoming a problem. I don't have any super fans or team members.
Sorry.
What about you? You got anybody with like a Queen's super fan or Queen's team member in their names?
No.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be any no super fans or nothing like that of mine. Not in
No. I'm gonna have to hire new mods. They're not doing enough.
Need a better team, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so can this love
we're
person
talking
be
about-
sour love? Yeah.
Yeah, Brittany J. So Cotton comes up and she was really upset. And she's like, somebody had spoke about Brittany's kids. And so she was pissed and going off every right. You know, I know, kids shouldn't be brought up. So she comes up and I'm like, no, I don't want to talk about other people's kids. Boom, Betty Boop comes up. I'm like, okay. So I let her come up and she immediately started talking about Brittany J. I'm like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
She did that every stream I have. Mike and Miller, she comes up, she talks about Brittany. Like randomly, she would click my link and it would be all about Brittany.
Well,
so
yeah, she's like, I gave her $50. I gave her a $50 super chat. And so Cappy immediately was like, you don't, this isn't contingent on giving people super chats. If you gave her a super chat, that's it. That's all. You don't get a
free pass, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's not how this works. So,
well, and I noticed on your panel, she's talking about the bullying, and and Brittany wants everybody to be like an echo chamber, and that's exactly. I literally was clicking between my stream and your stream, and it was almost like we were having the same conversation, like it just rolled. But you saw her.
Yeah, she cammed up. So that's the thing. That's how I knew it was her, because as soon as I got the picture, and then Voices sent me a picture of the same girl that was on J for Justice.
Mm-hmm.
They said her name was Steph. As soon as they sent me the picture, it matched. She had a hat on, glasses on, and a long like ponytail with hair like going down her back. And see, the thing is, she cammed up and she sat in my backstage. You know how somebody can cam up in your backstage?
Mm-hmm.
She sat back there for a good fucking at least 4 or 5 minutes cammed up. Wow. So it wasn't just like a cam slip. It wasn't just like she slipped and there was her face. No, she had that motherfucker on.
Sitting there.
Yes. So then the girls were like, hey, this is her. This is the fake dog handler. So they went and found a picture. And then Nonsense did a video of it. And Nonsense has a picture of her sitting there with a dog. If you want to go look at Nonsense, it's the same girl. So yeah, is that the same one that came up here?
It has to be the same one. I mean, the voice is identical, and the topic of conversation is identical.
And she has like it's like almost like a
Spanish undertone to it, right?
Yes. I thought she was Mexican at first because of the way she talked. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, no, there's no way. This can't be the same one. No, it is the same one. Then there was a message where it was like J for Justice, and she had both dog handlers up there side by side, and the girl's like something about lipo. She's like, oh, I just went, you want to see my face? I went and got lipo or something like that. And it was the same girl. As soon as she comes on, she's got the hat, the glasses, everything. And it's always about Brittany J when she comes up.
Always. But I'm like shocked. Like, I know that she is obsessed with Brittany, but I'm shocked that she also inserted herself as a dog handler.
Yeah, that blew the hell out of me. And as soon as did you hear what she said yesterday?
No,
Girl, that's why
what?
she came up talking shit. She came up about the Brittany J stuff, about how she gave her $50 and this, that, and the other. Then she goes into immediately that she kept saying we, and I said, who's we? You got to turn your pocket, because who is we? And she's like, yeah, we went because Pascal put an address out. We went there. We took a plane. We went there, and no one was there. We got all the way there to search for Seth, and no one was there. I'm like, what? Girl, she had a big whopper of a story.
That I did hear that. And then you guys were saying, like, okay, well, then at least tell us where you met, what airport you came from. And she's like, I don't know. Pascal invited us.
I was at my grandma's house. I'm like, what? So they're like, what airport are you? What airport did you fly into? I'm not trying to start a channel. Like, nobody said anything about a channel. Like, nobody said anything about a channel.
I am just baffled. Is there an email I can forward it? Yes. If anybody else knows. So some people are saying she goes all the way back to different cases.
Oh my God. She's one of those.
She's one of those. She is busted for sure, but that's wild to me. And Jay actually cut her out of her when she was on camera there. So I can't even go back to that. It's not Steph.
The only way we found it was nonsense. She's got a thumbnail of a dog, like a big ass dog, sitting in like in the middle, and then there's a picture of that girl to the right hand side. That's exactly how I knew, because I seen her sitting there with her hat and her glasses, and I'm like, oh my fuck God, that's the same girl that was cammed up back here for like 4 minutes, and yeah.
Okay, so this right here, that I'm pointing with my finger like you guys can see it.
Yeah, I can't see it, baby, but I'm sure you probably have the same picture I had, but I can't see what you're pointing at. But I'm sure
yeah, it does back here. It's off of right there. It's Nonsense's panel or whatever thumbnail. So this is, I didn't edit so you guys can see yet. Hold on. Okay. This is her right here. That's who you saw.
Yes, that right there. The girl, see that with the dog and the girl to the left, all the way down, second one down. That's her. Hat and glasses. That is her.
Wow.
And that's the same exact one that was on. I don't know if you know who this is, or if you want me to put it in the back chat before I say it. They have a clip of it on their channel, but I don't know if it's somebody. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, if you write it in back chat. But Jay, you would know because you spoke to her extensively. Did she have the same accent that came out? See, look, Queen Virgo keeps saying this woman's caused a lot of problems. Like, people are saying they know her from previous.
Yeah, she jumped up. You can play the clip from yesterday if you want to, but she tried to tell us she took an airplane. Roro finally came up and was like, "Oh no, you did not take no airplane, girl. Stop it. You are telling big ass whoppers." She kept going. I said, "Girl, I'm not saying this. I'm saying you're a straight liar. You are a fucking liar. You're up there lying and don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, Queen has a video of who she thinks it is, but you spoke to her. Do you hear the same accents? Because when I played Steph on the phone call with Jay, she was really hiding her, like, the Spanish undertone she has.
Yes.
Because it didn't sound like her, but you saw her, so you know more than anybody.
And that's how I know, because she cammed up. So as soon as they showed me the picture of the J for Justice, I'm like, oh my God, that's fucking her. That's how I know. And then that's the only way I know, because she cammed up yesterday. And I told her, I said, I didn't know it was her. So I was like, hey, don't worry, honey. You ain't got to show your face. Don't you worry about it. I was like, you can shut your camera off.
You should have put her up there on full blast, man. But
yes,
you didn't know at that point. You didn't know. Oh, man.
Bitch, I was not ready. I didn't know. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm like, oh, it's okay, honey. And at first I was being like super nice.
Now, I do have to ask.
I didn't know you was a whole fraud, bitch. Damn.
I know she came up on your shit twice, right? So when she came up, did she come up under a different name? Because every time I kick her,
Betty Boop.
Yeah.
And then listen, the first time, so she comes up as Betty Boop and she gets yeeted off. She gets yeeted off panel because her and Cotton start arguing and shit. And I was like, yo, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. We're not doing this. So she eats herself. I don't know if she meant like did it by accident or what. Then she comes back up. Well, the second time she came up, she cammed up underneath the Betty Boop with the Betty Boop symbol, like the avatar. But listen, when she fucking came up the second time, she came up under Betty Boop with a block with just a B. So she was under another account because there was no avatar and the Betty Boop was different. So I was like, this is another account. So she came up on my panel under two different accounts. Both were Betty Boop. One had an avatar, one didn't.
That's it. Yeah, that's exactly what she would do to me. She come up under
Yeah.
love. I kick her. She come up under like, you
Oh,
know,
and
some
then
other
wait,
different
Bleeding
name.
Heart. Bleeding Heart's another one. Bleeding Heart would come in the chat, and she was like, "Don't talk to my mom that way." I'm like, you're pretending to be your daughter too? What is going on?
Why?
This is
Why?
insane.
Oh, okay.
So Bleeding Heart is another one. That's another one.
Well, yes, but she does. She has like 50 million different. She does. She comes under all these different names. All right.
Yeah,
So
and
they said
girl, when
she's
she-
over on the panel.
What was it? I'm sorry.
They somebody sent me a link to telling me to check out her on this panel. I believe that's
Okay.
what they're saying. Hey, Alexa, C. Lights, cameras, no action. Lights, cameras, no action.
And I put that other one in the back chat. I don't know if that's somebody that you even know or not. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. But that they have a little small clip on theirs of who she, you know, of the same woman.
Maybe I should pull that up too. All right. What's the timestamp for this one? Are you saying she's under a different name or she comes up at some point? Do you notice they're all kind of connected too, Queen? Like I'm not even a conspiracy person, but there's a connection to all of them.
Yeah, she's got to have like, well, shit. She came in ours yesterday with at least 3 or 4 different ones.
She sure did. She would always do that with me. All right, I'm going to go to their channel while I wait for you to respond to the email because I'm not sure. Oh, 2:54. Okay, you did give a timestamp. I'm sorry. 2:54. Let's see about this. Wait, that's the end of the that's the end of the stream. Timestamp 2:20. Why are you door at 2:27? You wrote this very okay. This is just about Seth, I guess. I thought this was going to be about Betty Boop, aka Love. They called her out right away when she came up on my panel. She is one who was heavy in the WASP case in tarot and was always drunk. That sounds about right.
And she, you know what? That reminds me too. She named her fucking dogs like whiskey, tequila, vodka.
Yes.
Whatever the hell, all these different fucking names. And she had this fake husband. And then she's like, oh yeah, my dogs. Come to find out the dogs were from Chewy.com.
Yep. Chewy.com with, oh, here it is. So look, here's an old Chewy.com.
You got to be joking. You're in the true crime community. We're nosy as fuck. And we're going to find out who you are. Don't do that.
Not only that, but what kind of professional, like whiskey,
like
vodka,
that.
You know what I mean? Like what kind of professionals out here naming their dogs this? That wouldn't even make sense. Oh, so look at this clip. Let's see if this is her. This was emailed.
Yeah. Angel. My soul sister.
Angel wings? Let me see.
What do you do for work? Or do you not publish that? I don't know.
It's really low.
Yeah, it is.
Are we on YouTube right now or no? I don't know what the heck.
That's her.
It's her. It's her.
Like I said, I don't know what the heck. All I had to hear was that. Boom, that's her.
And then her making those weird noises too, because she does that. She came on my panel and did that. It was like, ah! And I'm like, what are you drunk on? She's like, I got my tequila. Something weird. Oh, this is her.
Yeah, I can tell just by the first couple of seconds she played. But see, I've never seen her before. And I don't know if she's ever came up as I don't know if she's ever used the Betty Boop name or not. She just, like I said, Cotton had jumped up yesterday and was talking about Brady J. Boom. She jumps up immediately right after.
Yep.
And look, listen, this is really what's fucked up. I think she thought Cotton was Julia, the other dog handler. And I think that's why she jumped on my panel, because she started talking like she was talking to Julia. And she kept saying, Julia, Julia. I'm like, who the fuck is Julia? Who are you talking to? Like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was her. Yeah, she thought Julia was on my panel, the dog handler that she was on J for Justice with.
And being that she also was the fake dog handler and Julie kind of went around and like denounced her, she would have a problem with her as well.
Yeah. And she thought that I swear she thought Cotton was okay. So we were talking about Brittany J. Cotton jumps up. She was talking about how her and Brittany J got into it and somebody had spoke about her kids and you know, and I was like, no, we don't want to see that. We don't want to hear about it. Don't talk about our kids. Next thing I know, here comes Betty Boop. So I let Betty Boop up. I was like, you're up here. She was real quiet, real set back, but our piano's loud, kind of, you know what I'm saying? You know how it can get.
Right.
So it was kind of, she was getting over talked. So you couldn't hear anything she was saying at first. And then finally she popped up and started speaking about how she gave Brittany a $50 super chat and she was upset and she was mad and whatever. That's when Cappy finally was like, well, you don't get, it's not contingent on you giving somebody a super chat. You gave her a super chat and that's that. You don't.
Right. You don't get a pass for life. I hate when people do that shit to us all the time. I'm
Yeah,
sure you've had
I
it
don't
done
like
to
that
you.
shit. Oh, I haven't. I don't play that shit. But yeah, that's pretty much what she was saying. And she's like, well, I mean, I'm just, I just, and then she kept trying to talk about Brittany's fucking kids. That's what she kept trying to bring up, Brittany's kids. And we're like, no.
That's what she would do over here. And I finally had to delete the stream because she kept derailing, coming up to obsess over Brittany.
I'm like, I love a good derail. Like, I love a good sidebar and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it keeps it interesting. But God damn, you're not a good sidebar. You're fucking out here.
She couldn't even keep her story straight by any means.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Wait, bleeding heart. That's what I was gonna tell you. Bleeding heart comes in the chest. So anyhow, she ends up getting blocked in the fucking chat because she's being obnoxious. And like putting laughing faces and smiling faces and ha ha ha. Like the shit was fucking funny. You're a whole ass fraud. It's not funny.
And you know what? I'm sorry, but I think Truth in a Can, I think you're her. Because you're trying so hard to like verify that you know her because she gave you shoes. Like you sound like her, to be honest. Like what YouTubers out here giving a strange chat or shoes
for a while, baby. They were over on Tiger. They were over. Well, the only reason I even know who they are because they came in Tiger Talks and was talking to them a while back. So
on a panel or just chat?
In chat.
Well, she's been around for a while trolling too, to be fair.
No shit.
Look at this. That's her daughter who is just as weird, absolutely, but still not Steph. She could have never kept her composure that long. Even Queen Virgo knows it's not her.
Oh, that's her.
Right.
Truth Again, that's her. We seen her. I seen her face.
Used to be
and right.
Dumpster fire.
I know cats and kittens don't fuck with me, but listen, she's got some good questions in here. How did you give her shoes? How did she give you shoes?
That's what I'm saying.
You got her address?
I think maybe if I'm misunderstanding what you're saying, Truth in a Can. We know it's not Julie. We know that's not Julie. I see the email. I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah, I was saying Truth in a Can's always done Wispies too. So that's why I thought they were just a regular sub.
Chatter.
You know okay. I could be wrong. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I've seen her before, and you know what I'm saying? It's not involved in this kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. So Queen Virgo saying she goes all the way back to Angel Wings, which is what we have on the screen. But then Truth in a Can is saying it's definitely not Steph because you were sent shoes. But I don't know how that gives you the identity to somebody because Steph is non-existent, right? We've come up to figure out Steph was full of shit. She's not a real person.
Yeah. So if you're talking about Steph, the same Steph that was on Jay for Justice's panel, the same one that came up here is the same Betty Boop. That's the one that came on mine. Like I said, she cammed up. That's the only reason why I can confirm 125% that it was fucking her.
Right, because
I don't have to hear the sounds. There she is, bitch. That's right there. She cammed up, looking just like this in my backstage yesterday. Right there, bam, Google eyes and everything, hat, all that.
It looks. I mean, honestly, she looks like what the language we're hearing. She represents.
Yeah, absolutely.
She used to call me drunk, and I've seen her on video call. She's the only person that ever called me video call, and that was Love, aka Angel, aka Betty Boop, and all that. So you're saying you don't believe these two tie together, but Queen saw this person. All right, so maybe she's not Steph. Maybe she just is her doppelganger. Who knows? But I think the bitch is weird. We can agree on that. She does googly eyes. I've seen her with her fucking googly eyes.
Yes, this girl right here was the same fucking one that was cammed up under Betty Boop yesterday. And then after she Queen does StreamYard save the backstage. No, baby, no. That's what I said. I should have took a fucking screenshot, but I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever take. I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because you make people cam up.
It's you look fucked up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to do that to people because sometimes you're not paying attention or it's a real bad picture and it looks terrible.
Because you make people cam up.
Yeah, I don't cam up either because I got my kids in the background. That's one of my main things. I don't fuck around. You know what I mean? I don't like to.
And I'll tell you, if I was like, I know some creators like these sometimes, and you want people to cam up. If I was somebody that did that and somebody was taking photos of me, I'd be pretty fucking, you know what I mean? Like, that's not cool. So I get why you didn't take
Yeah,
that
and I
photo.
told her, I said, you ain't got to cam up, and I don't make people cam up on mine. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I always put the screen up. If it's somebody like that, if it's a troll, then we'll handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just knock them back off a panel. But and this is exactly who was in my backstage yesterday. She was sitting back there on camera. And then listen, when we called her a liar, we were like, look, you're stressed. I said, I'm not saying you're a fib. I'm saying you're a straight up fucking lie. You didn't take no airplane. She's like, yes, we hopped on a plane and we went straight there to Seth. We went to the address that Pascal had us, told us, and we went there. We flew all the way there. I'm like, oh shit.
Well, all right, so let's talk about that, right? For like the people that think, okay, well, obviously the people on my panel, your panel, that person is all the same person, but to say it's not Steph, well, why would this person love Betty Boop, whatever her name is? Why would she lie about flying out there and nobody being there? Why would she do all that?
This is the second I said this. You're telling a Whopper. You told a Whopper about the dog story. You tried to get yourself involved with that. Now you're telling a Whopper about going out and searching. She said that her and her team, her and her crew or whatever, are searchers. Like they went to go, search and all that. And she's like, what'd she say? They jumped on an airplane or whatever girl, you can go back and play it yesterday. She sounded like a whole ass fool, a straight fool, trying to tell us that she flew out there, but couldn't tell us the airport that she was at, couldn't tell us where she went, didn't know where she flew into, couldn't even tell us the state. When then we started asking her questions, she's like, I'm not starting a channel. No, I'm not.
Yeah, she kept deflecting back to that. She sure did. I did hear that.
I was like, this is ridiculous. Then after I told her, I said, you're going to get blocked in here and I'm not going to fuck with you. Like I'm about done. My patience are wearing thin with your bullshit. So anyhow, she gets fucking blocked. She comes back up under Betty Boop with a fucking purple B block. So that's how I knew it wasn't her. I seen her fucking face. I'm like, you know what? Nope.
Right. You've seen her. So all right. So you are saying she told similar lies before.
This is the
about
same person right here.
It has to be
in my backstage under Betty Boop.
I know you're in here. I know you're in here, Betty Boop, Love, aka
right.
all
We
the
know
other
you're
names.
fucking watching. Bring your ass up here. We got questions.
We got lots of questions. Because I mean, she's a massive troll. She even when she came on my panel, she started talking about churches and she knows what the weird shit churches do and all that. And then she's like, "Girl, Brittany J said I'm a bully and I don't like bullying." And I'm like, "What the fuck is you again? Like, why are you here?"
I said, team, you mean turds in your pocket? I said, who the fuck is your team? What do you mean we? You keep saying we, but you ain't got, you can't answer me. Then next thing I know, here after she gets blocked, Betty Boop got blocked. Then the purple B with Betty Boop got blocked because she kept on. So then she comes in the chat under Bleeding Heart talking about, don't talk to my mom that way.
I love when people come in as their relatives.
I'm like, oh God, here we go. Now we got your fucking daughter in here or whatever the hell you're.
That's a famous troll move. And then, the next thing you know, the daughter comes in and says, my mom had an emergency, and we're all supposed to feel bad. Oh, this is definitely her, though. So, all right, I understand for some people it's not funny because you've had previous experiences with her and she triggers you, and I totally get that. So let's hear one more time the video that was sent of Angel Wings. So this woman goes all the way back to other cases.
Me? Yeah, because you don't realize you're beautiful. You got a problem. You got a problem. Ay, Dios mío. This woman tiene un problema.
Was she speaking there? Spanish?
Yeah, she said problema, yeah.
Problema, Dios mío. Ah.
This is her.
Man.
Yeah, why she goes there? Weird.
Yep. She does. She's done that shit on my panel. She's done that weird growling stuff on my panel. No bullshit. Like, it's actually right here, I think. What and then I'm finally like, you got to go, bro. Like, you're causing too many problems. I think it's right here. She starts growling.
That is the thing that I don't like about you.
That right there, I can tell. Right there. That is the thing I don't like about you. Right there. That is her.
That's her. And then
that's
even
the
right here.
Girl that was on my panel. Yes.
Listen to what she says here.
Feel like they're guilty. That is the thing that I don't like about you. I'm not okay with the whole bullying thing, but I don't think you've been bullied. I think you like the attention.
The whole bullying thing. That's what she was saying on your panel. She was talking about the bullying.
she came up and said that Brittany called her a weirdo because she said she was bullied on the internet.
The hell is wrong with people?
Then she said she was pissed because she's like, right before she called me a bully and a weirdo, or called me a weirdo, I gave her a $50 super chat. And Cappy went off, was like, this, you donate to somebody, you donate to them. You don't get it's not contingent on.
Right, who cares?
Who gives a fuck? Like, okay, you gave her a super chat and that doesn't have anything to do with anything. Well, she needs to take care of her kids. And then she's like, yes, and then she continued on about her kids, Finally, I was like, all right, I'm cutting your ass off. Like,
this is too much, right?
Yeah.
A quick recap, no one, So the lady that would always come up and derail my conversations to talk about Brittany. She come up as Love, and then she come up with all these different names. I can't remember them all. She went up on Queens yesterday and did the same thing, all about Brittany and the bullying, and the same exact flipping back and forth conversation rolled as if it was one panel, not two. Well, now we're finding out, because she turned on her camera, that that's actually Steph, the fake dog handler, as well. Maybe there's still some little doubt, but not much. I mean, I think I believe you that is her. Others are saying maybe not. But then we find out she goes all the way back as Angel Wings, and she would do this type of stuff all the time, lie about being involved, lie about searching. There is a huge community who know her well. She used to cam up and at first had a big following, but then lost all her subs. So when you saw her cammed up, does she look like the woman we showed as the dog handler? You would know.
Yes.
So I just,
the woman that was in my back chat yesterday under Betty Boop is the same exact person that's cammed up. That Nonsense has on her thumbnail, which is the review of Jay for Justice when she had her on panel with Julia. There was Julia, there was Steph, right? She cams up. Yes, that is her. That is who was in my back chat. This girl right here with the hat and the glasses was in my back chat yesterday under Betty Boop. That is who was on my panel yesterday talking about she flew out there. She was going to search. She gave Brittany J a super chat and whatever. This is the same one. Then after she got blocked, she came up under Betty Boop, which is another alt account that she had because the avatar was different. The name was different. When you come up, you can always verify it.
Yeah.
So the names were different. So I knew she was under a troll account.
Wow.
I straight up called her a fucking liar. Then when she got kicked off and blocked, Bleeding Heart comes in the chat talking about, don't talk to my mom that way.
Bleeding Heart. That's one of the ones she used to,
trolls.
That's one of the ones she came up here under, Bleeding Heart. That was the other account. I even said it out loud on that stream. I said, oh, now Bleeding Heart's in the back. And I said, hi, welcome to the panel. And she was like, girl, I'm not drinking. That's her.
Yes. Yep.
So Queen Virgo, and those of you that know her as her old name, does this look like her? You said she used to cam up. Does it look like her? There's a lot of Betty Boops, to be fair, trying true crime, but she definitely, leave my mama alone.
Yeah, leave my mama alone. I'm like, oh, stop it. Oh, you fucking stop that right now, you little troll, you.
Like,
we've been here long enough. These are true crime ladies. They're going to fucking find out. Come on now. We watch Jay for Justice. We all watch each other's streams every once in a while, or our mods do, or somebody does. We get clips. We know. Come on now.
Right. I mean, it won't take you long. It looks similar, but really? What she look like? I don't understand
why people do this kind of shit when they know they're going to get caught. Eventually, you're going to get caught, especially if you're trolling a fucking missing child's case.
Well, and that's to the seriousness of it, right? Like, we understand, right? She went by One Love. She went by Love. She went by Bleeding Heart. She's going by Betty Boop. Like, all of that, this would be the most recent that we have, Queen Virgo. All of that aside, the seriousness and the psychoticness it takes to pretend and involve yourself into a missing child's case in this format is insanity.
Yeah, I don't understand why people do this kind of shit, and I don't understand why she thought it was ever going to be, okay, or, what I'm saying? I think she made a fool of herself, and now she's clowning because when she got blocked, all she kept doing was hitting the laughing faces. You know how, like, you can hit those emojis outside or whatever? You know what I'm saying?
I turn those off. I can't stand that. All the haters are sitting there with the laugh.
I don't even know how to fucking turn it off, but if I did, I would turn mine off too because I can't stand it either. It irritates the shit out of me. With
it's
just,
right where you go to edit.
You know what I mean? Just being in the way.
When you go to your studio and you could do like live chat, subs, members only, it's right underneath. It says live reaction.
Oh, fuck. I'm turning mine off today.
I can't stand
it just gets in my way. I don't really care about the faces or whatever, but it just gets in the way of like comments and shit,
Right. It's just a distraction. So they're saying that kind of looks like her, kind of not, but we're going years forward, so it could
Well, they
definitely
said
be
she was
her.
on Dago's panel last night. Pecan Pie said that, so I know she's seen her. She's one of my mods. I know she's seen her. So she was in Dago's last night, and then they're saying here in your chat that she was also. Okay, I went back straight. Okay, so what is a straight talker says? I went back on J Rod on point, and it's the same chick, Michelle Lee. So she was even over there fucking with J Rod on point, which is the Kylie Rodney crew. He believes that, like he's into that conspiracy shit with her case.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
So she was in Dago's chat last night, is what they're saying, which that's the Clue crew. You know what I mean? Illuminati's crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and what's crazy about it, because she just started coming around as Betty Boop, and the first thing she did coming around as Betty Boop was talk about the $50 donation, and that she was
And Britney's kids.
Yes, and then saying, "Oh, I admitted that I was bullied, and then she bullied me and called me weird." Well, you are weird, bitch. Like,
You are
this
weird
is
as fuck. Weird as fuck to do some stuff like this and to mess around in a missing child's case, pretend to be a dog handler, pretend to be searching, pretend to fucking go take a flight. You took a flight, but you don't know where you flew to. You don't know the airport. You can't even tell me what fucking town you flew into.
And all to bad about stuff.
She said, I'm at my grandma's. You couldn't even fucking troll very well because you could have went and got on Google and looked and told us on fucking Google. So you're not even a good fucking troll. Stop that shit.
Right. And then to
Trolling
top
the
it off,
fucking face of a missing little boy, and it's fucking it's gross.
and she said that and Seth wasn't there. Nobody was there. Like, nobody was at this search area. I mean, she was doing it to make him sound bad. So
Right.
her whole
He already
intent
sounds
here?
bad enough. He don't need your fucking help.
Right. Spanglish accent. So yeah, I mean, that's what Jay's saying. Jay's saying she was like Chinese.
Yeah, she kept saying San Francisco, Tennessee. Bitch, that fucking killed me.
San Francisco, Tennessee.
Yes, we were like, where'd you fly into? San Francisco, Tennessee, she said.
Oh gosh.
You gotta be fucking joking, you lying ass bitch.
Do you know that title?
Sam, disconnect her fucking Wi-Fi because it's bad. It's this one right here needs to take a break.
I mean, honestly, and I'm not saying this lightly to mock or make a joke or anything, but she needs rehab. Every time I've spoken to her, she's hammered, she's drunk. They're saying she was drunk years ago, in all seriousness. And I'm not saying that to insult her or be like, oh, she needs rehab. I don't play with that shit. I'm being dead ass serious when I say you need to go to rehab, sweetheart, because this isn't
you really
normal.
need some help. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, way too many people willing to put themselves and insert themselves in these cases like it's just a big fucking joke, and shit's not okay at all.
Right, you're trolling a missing child's case, like, and all that just to come up and seek revenge on the fact that you're angry at Britney, and she did live in California. Well, that's what Steph's been saying. She lives in California.
Yep,
I'm telling you, it's her. She searched for Lacey too.
Oh my God. Are you fucking serious, Jones? And see, this is the thing. They're saying she goes way back. She's one of those that gets involved in like every case or does something in every case.
She's kind of, yeah.
She needs her Wi-Fi cut.
This is wild. This is wild.
I was going to say, because and the only reason I even know, like I said, the only reason I know for a fact, and I can sit here and say 125% it's her, is because she cammed up yesterday on my panel.
Right. Like you
in the backstage. Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to confirm it without listening to her voice. You know what I'm saying? Like if we just go off her voice. But I know for a fucking fact because she turned her camera on when Cotton Candy's in the chat right here, right now. When she came up on panel, I swear to God, she thought it was Julia, the dog handler. Because she kept saying, Julia.
And she did follow Julia around. Like Julia was like, it got creepy. Like I'd be in this chat and here she'd come and then she started like mimicking Julia, like things Julia was saying she would. Right. That is a good question. Is she tied into Tony?
Does she know Tony? Yeah. It makes you fucking wonder, don't it?
It does.
Wonder. Is she over here trolling us just to do the shit, just to be funny, just to...
And look at this, but she collected donations for one of the Idaho 4 moms and sent her part of the money.
Right, Cotton. We were all like, who the fuck is Julia? Who are you talking to? Who is Julia? We couldn't figure out who she was talking to. We didn't know who Julia was. Had no clue.
No, none at all. Thank you, Barbecue. I don't think you guys are spammers by any means. She looks messed up and drunk in this screenshot. Well, yeah, look at that big ass glass in front of her face.
Right. I was going to say that's probably one of her mixed drinks. And then you can tell her dogs are all whiskey and vodka and tequila. And you know what I'm saying? She had a whole ass story. I'm like,
she had a whole bar. She went and named the dogs off of Chewy with a whole bar name.
Right.
Like,
Got a fake husband, dogs off Chewy, taking fake flights from San Francisco, Tennessee. I'm like, San Francisco's not in Tennessee, girl. Stop this. Come on.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Queen. So Jennifer says she actually emailed it to you. So on December 24th, she came up on my stream then, too. And it was the same thing. Brittany. She was on the Kylie Rodney stuff. Her name is Carla. That's her. She looks like a Carla.
Yeah.
She does. She looks like a Carla.
She does.
She meant Tennessee whiskey, cocaine, meth, angel dust.
Yeah, she meant Tennessee whiskey. Girl, her drunk ass. I mean, she's got to be.
Yeah, this is messy. I mean,
she's got to be doing this kind of stuff because, I mean, come on now.
She came out so smoothly. I mean, if you think about it, when the 2 dog handlers came out, it was like a whole breaking thing in Sebastian's case, right? Like, oh, Chris.
Well, it was like she seen Julia and she was LARPing. She's like, you know what? Let me mimic her. And she mimicked everything that Julia said.
Yep, absolutely. And even Julia said it. So she would just follow me around. And then I say about my husband. And suddenly her husband was the same thing. And, oh, this is weird.
Yeah.
She was growling to us. She was growling. She was growling, trying to make it like it was a dog. Calm down, whiskey. Fuck.
She was growling like she was one of the fucking dogs.
She was.
I'm done.
Then when people say, "Can we see the dog?" She said, "Well, it's Mother's Day. Like the dogs were busy celebrating Mother's Day. She couldn't show them."
Like yesterday, what flight did you take? I'm at my grandma's. So
like, what's that have to do with the flight? I'm not trying to make a channel. The fuck you talking about? Nobody's talking about a channel. Grr.
Grr, you can't see the dogs. Grr.
They're celebrating Mother's Day. Grr. What the fuck?
God,
that
man,
was weird.
I'll tell you what, it was ridiculous when she came up yesterday. That's how, like I said, that's the only way I knew was she cammed up. Otherwise, I would have had no fucking clue.
Oh, I'm curious, Queen Virgo. How old are your pics? Because could she have, changed her appearance to like fit in, like be weird? Yeah, she sat there calling, "Come on, whiskey."
Glasses. I mean, I'm sure. Well, she's got it. There's a picture of her that they showed me yesterday with no hat, no glasses, with her hair done. She looks totally fucking different.
I need to see it.
She's very pretty. She looks very pretty when she's got herself together. Right
and
here,
didn't
she looks real fucking messy, but.
And didn't she go and get lip injections this day? Like before she
went
on?
She's like, yeah, she tells her, she's like, I got lipo done. You can see it on my face if you want. Cam's up. Like she's yeah.
Look at Julie's face there.
Look,
she's
yeah,
like,
her face cracked me up. I was fucking laughing hard when I seen this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, as soon as they sent me that picture with her on Nonsense's thumbnail, with Nonsense had her and the dog on the thumbnail, I'm like, bitch, that's it. That's her. That is her.
That is her.
That is her. There's no doubt about it. And then look, while she was waiting for me to pop around panel, she got up and walked away, which is why she waited. Why I waited to bring her up, because she was sitting there for a second. And then she got up and walked away, came back and sat down. That's how I seen the long part of her ponytail, like going down her back, because she got up and walked away and then came back and sat down.
Then
I'm like, you ain't got to cam up. You ain't got to cam up. I should have let her stay on there on the cam, but I didn't think it was her because she came up under fucking Betty
different names,
right? It wasn't even,
So here's her voice.
Bullshit until she started saying she took a fucking flight.
Right, and she did all that to say that Seth Rogers wasn't even looking. Like, why are you doing that?
Right. She made it sound like Pascal gave out this address and they all flew out there, took money, took time to fly out there, because it cost a lot of money to take a flight, take a team to go fly down there to go search. But she couldn't tell us what flight she took, where she flew from, where she, you know what I'm saying? Where she went, what the address was, what the fucking town was. She didn't even say Hendersonville. She could have said the Rudder. She could have said any, you know what I'm saying? If you're paying attention and you're trolling, she would have fucking had an answer like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could have rattled something off quick, but she's like, San Francisco, Tennessee.
San Francisco.
You're a fucking liar. You are a whole ass liar. I said, I'm not saying you're a fibber. I'm calling you a whole fucking liar.
Private jets and all the things. Oh my gosh. So here she is. Since I know Jay got rid of the stream, but I want to hear how Steph talks on here. because that's going to be the tell all.
Link
That
on your
clip in the
phone
back, the one in
and
the
not
back,
your
right there,
MacBook.
that's one of them.
Wait, what is?
That one I put in the back.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me do that
Comes
one.
up and says something about her lip injection bullshit.
Let me do that one. That would actually be easier.
See, I don't know if you know who that is or whatever. I just said I didn't want
I do.
pronounce it, but you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. You know, I don't.
Yeah, we don't get along, but that's okay. That's why I said just don't strike me.
Yeah, that's. I wanted to play headstone shit the other day about Betty and the fucking clip she has about her saying euthanizing kids and stuff or whatever, that not all children need to be saved.
Yep.
I was like, I'm not playing this. I don't want to get struck. She did come in and say she wouldn't strike me, though. I will give her that.
Betty came in and said that?
No, headstones.
Oh, headstones. Okay. I was going to say.
No, it was about Betty, though. One of her old clips. Because you know she did some clickbait bullshit this morning about Sebastian's body. Talking about Sebastian, that body was found. That's some bullshit. That is some bullshit.
That's what the panel was going to be about today. I can't believe she did that. Especially, she's supposed to be friends with Seth. Like, she's supposed to be part of the, you know, the whole team and everything. And you have the nerve to go and do some shit like that, knowing the father watches your channel.
Well, we all know who the real Betty is. They don't. So.
I can't even find this channel when I type it in.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Let me go get it. Hold on, baby. I got
Private jets, but then has to sleep in a car with 4 dogs. Mm-hmm. She went to Dago stream. We know she's here. I just want to hear how she talks as Steph, Jennifer. We already clarified without a doubt the person on my panel and Queens were the same. I just want to verify that she is Steph, the fake dog handler. And even without her being Steph, she still without a doubt lied. Oh, we took a private jet to go search and Seth Rogers wasn't even there and blah, blah. Shut up. Shut up. She is toxic. Oh, she's very toxic. Hey, Jason. She's for Team
All right,
Betty.
I'm dropping this in the back for you, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
The link for it from yesterday, what they sent to me, and you can see her right on the same one. You know what I mean? She's got a little clip of it on there.
All right, let's play it. This is no matter which way you slice it, this is some real weirdo ass shit.
And I get emotional because
I don't know.
I have my dog.
It's like 39 seconds
my
in.
grandmother now.
Somewhere in there is the picture of her. If you
and
don't want to watch it. Oh, there. Wait. Stop.
Well, you are
Stop it. Hold on, honey. There's that picture. See how it said Steph with that? She's got her hair done. Go back just a pinch.
Just a little pinch.
Yeah, just she's in there under Steph with her hair down, and you've seen it. I don't know if you've seen that little picture right there, but that's her profile picture that they have of her.
Where did that go?
I don't know. I just seen that shit though. That's her. That's the one where she's got no glasses and her hair down. It's another picture that she uses. So she looks completely different than she does with the glasses and the fucking hat. See what I mean?
Right.
She's like a totally different person with her fucking hair down, and she's very pretty. I mean, you can tell. You know what I'm saying? She looks like somebody totally different though. Right there.
Here.
Yep.
Oh, that is some. That her? I mean, that
I don't know,
like
but she's very pretty in this picture. If that is her, I don't know. I have no idea, but that's one of them that she's using. So, just so you know, that's a picture she's using. I don't know if it's her or not, but the girl is pretty. I'm just saying, I don't know.
Yeah,
if
that's
her.
a pretty girl for sure.
But this is one of the pictures. See how it says Steph? Hi, Britt. See?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's the.
Yep. So that's Steph. Well, we don't think that. We know who Betty is. We know who Betty is. We don't think this is Betty. So this is not the angel. Well, yeah, this looks like a fake picture. I mean, it does. We got live cam. I wish. Yeah, I mean, there's no way somebody flew out there and didn't take, please.
And then at 39 seconds, this is where she was on Jay's panel. She's got both of them sitting up there, and she's talking about her lipo shit or whatever. Right there. She's like, "You want to see me? Go ahead."
All right, let's hear it.
Me getting, Botox earlier today.
This is what social media does. And it can be your
worst nightmare
or your best friend.
Works in plastic surgery. Do you want to see what I have on? Do you want pictures of me getting, Botox earlier today?
There. Do you want to see what I have on? You want to see if they have pictures of her Botox earlier today?
That's because Jay, there was already doubt that she was a dog handler, and then she's sending Jay like photos of like gift cards at the store. Like what? Like what are you doing?
What the fuck?
She's weird, but do you think the voices sound the same?
Yeah.
Kind of. You do? Yeah, because I can't hear the voices.
I mean, it's because the clip is off, but it's from Jay's stream. You know what I'm saying? That's how I knew, because I know Jay had her up there on panel. She was sitting right next to Julia in that picture. Like I said, had she not cammed up, I would be like, man, I don't know, but I seen her face, so I know.
And then here they have a picture of her as Angel, whatever. She used to cam up and do tarot reading and.
Oh right. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, gift cards.
She's a whole fucking fraud. That's
she
what
is.
She is.
She's without a doubt a fraud. No matter which way you slice. And honestly, as much as I can't stand Brittany, this woman is a little obsessed with her. Like you're definitely her stalker.
Yeah. Yeah, the way she was talking about her kids, and she kept on about her fucking kids. I'm like, can you just shut the fuck up? I said 25 fucking times I don't want to talk about her goddamn kids, and she would not shut the fuck up.
I can't stand that.
I don't like talking about people's kids on my goddamn live streams. I don't. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something I just don't fuck with. And she continued on. Well, I don't think she needs to have her kids. I think she has to take care of her kids. I said, can you shut the fuck up? It's not even your business.
Right.
What she does, it's not your fucking business. Well, her kids were up past midnight. I said, I don't give a fuck. It's not your goddamn business.
And she just kept going. Oh, and then your chat was your chat thought it was. I thought it was Cotton Candy too. I'm not gonna lie. And the chat was yelling at Cotton because they thought Cotton was talking, but it was
they thought it was Cotton, so they were cussing her out. Like
it wasn't even her.
She thought Cotton was Julia, the dog handler. I'm like, so she starts like Julia this, Julia that, and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, there's her husband, right? This is the fake husband with the fake dog.
This is the fake husband and fake dog. But my friend said in this clip, her accent comes out as Steph. This is supposed to be Steph, and you can hear that as Love. So let's hear this.
It'll take a quick Google search, but they were almost extinct, I guess. So, but they're not going to be fighting dogs.
Mm-hmm. They are not going to be. They're going to be more of a family team for me here while my husband has the bloodhounds.
A family team.
So I wanted them basically just guard. They're very good guard dogs.
You hear my dog bark?
Yeah. You saw my fence, Jay. You
think it sounds like her?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She just doesn't sound like she's drunk as hell right there. She don't sound like she did yesterday.
And almost like she's. Oh, so here's the photo of Angel Wings, aka Betty Boop. Does this look like who you saw? That does look like. No, you don't think? I was going to say, kind of does look a little bit like
Unless, well, I guess with the baseball cap and the glasses, yeah. I mean, it would, yeah. If we put the baseball cap and the glasses next to her with her, yeah, probably fucking is her with the glasses and baseball cap, yeah.
And not for nothing, but people.
I thought you were asking me, is that her on my panel? No, that's not her that came up on my panel. But if she put hat and the glasses on, it probably could be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. And if you
think
that
hat and that glasses over that face, yeah, you put a side by side. Fuck yeah, I probably could.
And you age a little bit, and with alcoholism, you kind of lose weight, you gain weight. Obviously, this woman's not in the right state of mind.
Well, she keeps saying she gets lipo. She's gotten lipo, so she's been fucking with her face. You know what I'm saying? If she's getting lipo and shit in her lips, maybe. I don't know. I really don't.
Let's put them. I wish I could put them side by side, but I can't while I'm live. But so let's look again. So you guys are saying no. You don't think?
I said, why doesn't she sleep on her private jet? I'm fucking done.
Private jet.
Imaginary private jet.
That was so weird. And she just kept saying, I'm not making a channel. I'm not making. Well, you had a channel, love. You had a channel.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's her or not. Honestly,
That's a hard call.
Shit, she could have used a picture of her damn mom. That could be her fucking mom. You know what I mean?
Or it could be her daughter. That photo of her
right.
older. She didn't.
I mean, she's a fucking troll. She could have stole that picture. Fuck, she stole pictures of that guy and called him her husband. She stole pictures of dogs and called them her dogs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's been stealing pictures. So,
I mean, we can tell even that the dog handler, that photo she was using didn't look like her when she cammed up.
So,
I just think it's the same.
Either way, what I do know and what I am 100% confident is this girl that was on my panel under Betty Boop is the same girl that you just showed on your screen with the hat and the glasses that was on J for Justice.
Yep.
And I don't know if she was up here in the same one, but then that's her. If that's the same girl you had on your panel, then that's her.
That's her. I mean,
The
without
only
it,
reason I know for, like I said, the only reason I could say for 125 fucking percent, you know what I'm saying? Because she cammed up. That's how I know.
The hell's wrong with you? Love, Angel, Betty. What the hell is wrong with you? I know you're here. Click the link. She does use her daughter's photos as her profile pics on socials often.
See, there we go. It could be, yeah. That could be her talking. That could be, yeah. I was gonna say she could be using. Who knows, man? This is why we don't. Yeah, this is why you don't trust strangers on the internet, especially fucking trolls. But who trolls a missing child's case? Why?
That's my whole thing. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Megan, I emailed them to you. I forwarded the emails. I'm trying to look at the news because I don't feel like you. I feel like it could be her thinned out. So I'm wake this be up from her private jet. Hello. Steph does have a whole ass IG account.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
She said, here, Jay, verify me through my.
And see, the reason I know is because her daughter is a lip injector. Apparently, why are they trolling chats? Right. Come on now.
Wow. You sent more pics. All right. Let's see. Maybe it's the angle. Maybe it was the day.
Good morning, Truth, not Phillies. He says some of y'all need Jesus. No,
Jesus
Steph,
is needed.
a.k.a. Betty Boop, a.k.a. Troll Lady needs Jesus. Who trolls a missing child's kid? Right there. Bam, that's her. I swear to God, that's her. With them glasses and that hat? Yes, bitch, that's her. Them lips. Take it to that other picture. Them fucking lips, boy.
It froze
that's
on me.
it.
All right, this one.
Right there. That's her. Glasses and a hat. Put glasses and a hat on that right there.
I'm telling you, it looks, it
that's
does.
Her. I promise you that's her. That's fucking her.
Is this you, Wendy? It is.
You
hey,
scamming
Wendy.
ass bitch, you fucking fraudulent little fuck. You better stay out of here because I don't want you to don't you dare come over to my channel no more.
I mean, I've told her several times. I kicked her, I've yelled at her, I told her to stop, I told her to get, and she just kept coming back under names.
You little look, yeah, you just got exposed. You got exposed, little bitch.
So yeah, this was 5 years ago. This looks like her. It looks like she just thinned out.
Yeah. Put the hat and the glasses on and a t-shirt. Oh yeah. Like I said, she's talking about her fucking, she's getting lipo, them lips. That's how I know, them lips. She's been getting lipo. Her fucking lips were fucking plumped up.
Puffy, yeah.
Yes. So you put a hat and the glasses and some bigger lips on her. That's it. That's her right there.
She just lost a little bit of weight. I mean, we're talking 5 years later.
And it could have been, and it could have been her drinking. I mean, who knows? You know what I'm saying? If she drinks like she's like I think she is, then.
Oh, she's drinking, all right.
And drinking will puff your face out. You know what I'm saying? Like when you drink, your face gets puffy.
Man, that's crazy. I had a lady that my chat says sounded like her that came on my panel yesterday. No shit. All right. Let's check it out.
Yeah, but listen, you know what? It might be because she was in fucking Dago's chat last night. So very well fucking could have been.
Very well could have been.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna have to go to your shit. Look, she was on yesterday.
We're gonna pull it up because I'm telling you, I think that's what she does. I think this is what she does. She's just a troll. How you doing, Wendy?
Oh, I'm doing well. Getting over whatever flu or cold or whatever the heck I picked up over Memorial Day weekend. This is also fascinating to me. These people have been around on the internet for ages, but remember, what was it, 2 weeks ago when I was on when I came up on panel and I was introducing you to the guidance pamphlets and so forth.
Yes.
Now, what does the very last in the guide for parents? What's the very last thing it says? What to expect? Be prepared to encounter a few people who are fanatical, obsessive, and protect yourself from those that are delusional. It draws these people into these cases. And before we had the open panel chats and so forth on YouTube or elsewhere, I want y'all to understand that offline, in real life, these people are still there. They've always been there. You have people that, would write to convicted criminals, people on death row,
Psychos.
People that go after and hang out backstage at different events, that they feel the need to be close to something. There is a psychopathy to it. But the fact that we're seeing this in such large numbers. Now, I wasn't here for all these other cases. I'm new to this particular community. I've only been here for 2 months, and I stumbled upon it clearly by accident. But I've been fascinated by it. And
Oh, you love
very
us over here, though.
Yeah, she hasn't left.
It's fascinating.
She
I'll
said,
tell
"I'm
you
just here to study you psychos." That's what
Right.
she said.
Oh, you fucking psychos. Huh?
But no, in all seriousness, and one thing that I have a lot of concern with from the outside looking in, I'm trying to catch up on the Summer situation, but I'm seeing something completely different with Sebastian's case. There are more, I want to be
More
polite.
weirdos. It seems like there's a lot more weirdos coming out in this case, doesn't it?
Yes, and I think weirdo is a good term here, and not in the good way, not like
Right.
the person that
No.
that likes to wear Bosch art as clothing or something of that nature. But there's I'm still
There's a
trying
lot
to.
of they're LARPing. There's a lot of them that are pretending to be people they're not, pretending to be things they're not.
Well, yes, and that's one thing that the other day I did. I'm normally not grumpy, and I try to be respectful in all the chats that I go in, which aren't a lot, but the ones that I do go in. But I've reached the point now where people are chatting as if they have years of experience and they've been in a specific profession, or they've had a career, or they've actually taken classes or so forth. Well, from somebody that has been in the arena in excess of 30 plus years, they're full of poo. They're pulling buzzwords. They're pulling stuff off the first Google article that comes up, and it's driving me insane because this isn't how the real world works. This is not how investigations are done. This is not how parents are treated. And this PR baloney, my jaw's to the ground. I can't believe it. It's not normal. This is not how people act. And this is not how you go out, and this is not how you protect families. This is not how you work with the media. And even in the 21st century and in the digital age, this is not how you conduct yourself on social media.
As professionals, yeah.
Exactly. This is...
Hey, Truth.
Hello. How are y'all?
Good. Scared me there, sir.
I'm sorry.
I wanted to tell you, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Truth, you got to be careful. You have a lady right here on your panel. Let me see here at 335 in, and her name is Avery. She comes up under Avery Murder Candy.
Oh,
yeah, she's one that she was screaming the N-word on our panel, talking about she's gonna kill us all. And
whoa.
Yeah, she wild, man. I just seen that one. Do you know the timestamp of when she came up on your when she was
okay,
up
so
on
that's what I wanted to come. I did not post the live from last night, so I will send you. I've got to go to it. I will send it to you privately.
Okay, the link. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, the live last night got a little. It got a little crazy, so I felt it was just better not to post it. Not right now, anyway. There's some clips I'm going to take out of it, but Clue decided to go ham shit crazy on people. And
it happens, man. This shit stresses you out. I'm not playing. I don't blame her. It gets stressful, man, for real.
Well, hold on a second, Queen. Check this out, okay? So all we did last night is went into people's lives and just was trying to, be nice and say nice things, right?
Joke around and stuff.
So,
Somebody said something about you guys were playing with Rooster or going to some chat.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
so
playing,
we just
fun, just doing fun things. We used to do that too.
Yeah, I've been blocked from Blair's for 2 years.
Bored, Yeah.
Well, no, what we did is we went in and we were like, we demand answers about the Rooster, right? And then after we did that for a minute, I would say like a nice comment, and then the rest of what we called the Truth Squad would give compliments to the host of the panel, right? And then we would be like, we would retreat and go back to my chat. We'd figure out the next host we were going to go, you know,
Right.
do
Just
that
messing
too.
around, having fun.
Just messing, yeah, because there's so much negativity, you know.
All
Sometimes you
the
got to throw
time,
some
man.
positivity in there, you know. And so anyway, we're doing that, and then Clue, I'm sure she'll go over this today, but Clue goes and stands her ground like she has the right to do, whatever. None of my business. We're over there watching it, of course, because it's fucking entertaining. I mean, duh. And
I heard she went up on somebody's panel and went the fuck off. We played.
well,
Yeah, good for her.
I'll let her talk about it because it's a fucking great thing to watch. But then she gets anger thrown from the channel, which is always hilarious. And then all of a sudden, she's going to turn and make a comment about Dago that was inappropriate. And then somebody said something about my name in there because I was showing the live. I'm not going to lie. It was funny. And she goes, yeah, I can't stand that truth, not feelings guy. He's worse than Clue is. He's so disrespectful to women, the way he treats them. Hold on, ma'am.
Wait.
You don't know me, okay?
Not
First
only that,
of all,
but her husband's in the background calling women whores, saying no wonder your husband can't stand you, calling people FAGGOT. He's in the back word calling people the R word. He's back there telling me I have nothing to offer my fucking kids. Who the hell is she to talk about the way a man speaks? Let's talk about the way your man speaks. The
but
hell
I'm
out of
just
here.
saying, I didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here trying to be. I mean, I can be an asshole. Let's don't get it twisted sideways on a Sunday.
Or at least she acknowledged you're not Chris finally. Are you gonna apologize for that rumor?
It's all good. Let them listen. Here's the thing. If you want to come at me with negativity, that's cool. That's cool. I'm not worried about it, right? Because like at the end of the day, you're just showing your own self. What the fuck I look like talking shit to you? Because if I do, I'm gonna hurt your feelings. If I do, you're gonna go cry. You know what I'm saying?
That's usually how it is, though. That's how it happens. People nitpick and pick and pick until you say some shit, and then they cry, and they're playing
That's
victim.
why I don't respond to her. That's why I don't respond to her, because that's what she's looking for. But my biggest problem with this entire community is, look at the way that man speaks to women. First off, it's primarily female here. Look at the way you females speak to me. Look how we speak to each other. Why are you like trying to hold like a man at a higher standard? The whole thing is nasty.
It's
I
fake.
don't.
Pardon me for interrupting, but it's fake. All
Fake
these
outrage.
women that'll get up on panels and they will MF somebody else. I've seen it. I've seen what they've said about Queen. I've seen what they've said about Nonsense. Brittany, she.
What about me?
She's on my radar way more than Betty now. It's all fake. It is this
Well, it is fake. Example being, I made a post responding to Brittany's husband saying I have nothing to offer my kids. And I made a post. I let it sit for an hour and I took it off. I responded out of anger. She shows that, but leaves out the part that her husband opened that doorway by speaking on my kids. You know what I mean? But whatever. Sorry, Truth. Didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, you're good. At the end of the day, I just wanted to be serious for a second because I like to joke and all. It hurt my feelings. I don't give a shit. I really don't. There's a reason why my channel's Truth, Not Feelings. But if you need me to make you feel like you hurt my feelings, then yes, I grabbed my teddy bear and cried for 3 hours.
Oh, see what you did? You made this man cry.
It's sad. I cry like an ugly cry too, like face all messed up, snot running down my nose, gasping for air.
Oh
You know,
no,
really
not a
affected
blubbering cry, baby.
You know, I'm gonna have to take at least 2 weeks off, and I'm gonna take FMLA while I'm doing it. Okay. Not from YouTube, of course. No, I'll be here. I mean, from my business. No big deal. Anyway, ladies, thank you for letting me come up here. I didn't want you to go looking and searching and I not have it posted, so I'll take care of that today, and then I'll get that to you because I'm not 100% sure. I'm not the one
I
that
thought you
said
dropped
it, but it was
back. I was gonna say I didn't see it back here. I was looking for it.
No, I will send it to you. But it wasn't me that even thought it. I didn't even think anything of it. They were saying it in my chat, and I'd ignored it because I thought they were just being silly. But now that y'all said that,
you know what? Chat will catch it before we do. Sometimes the chat is quicker than we are.
Oh, not sometimes. They always are. They're fucking
the
smart.
chatters always hear it because they go from room to room to room. You know what I mean? And they watch other, different channels. So usually they're the first ones to catch the shit before we do.
Well, yeah, I guess I should pay a little bit more attention. But it was a busy day at chats yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, Betty Boop. So all right. So here's the thing about Betty Boop, and then she has like the Betty Boop character, right?
Yep. That's how she came up on mine, was the Betty Boop
Okay.
character the first time. But then when she got
Well,
blocked, she came up under a purple B with the Betty Boop.
okay, so the Betty Boop did come up in my back chat last night. I didn't bring it up because, and not because I knew it was her, but I had heard on other channels something about Betty Boop, but didn't know what it was, and I wasn't going to even take the chance. Matter of fact, I don't even think I told the panel that they were there. But nonetheless, I had that yesterday, and I had a guy come on that was chugging a 40-ounce, no shirt on, looking like he had just smoked a whole bunch of meth in the avenue. And he sat on my back panel for at least 30 minutes. I wish that shit was recorded because that was hilarious. I guess he didn't know he was on camera, so I was watching everything he was doing. Fucking wild. Y'all people are wild. Just wild. But thank you for letting me come up. I appreciate it. And I hope y'all have a great show. And I hope everybody has a blessed and amazing day. And for those who don't want to have that, go fuck yourself.
You as well. Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good
Nice
day.
meeting you, True.
You too.
You as well.
So here's the 3 photos together.
Oh my God. Yeah. See, to me, I don't.
The nose, she just looks thinner to me.
Yeah, but it does look like the nose looks the same. With the cap, I think she very well could. I really do.
And this is a 5-year difference. And with the cap on, look at the eyebrows. I think it's I think it's pretty damning that she looks like she just lost weight.
Yeah. Yeah.
But look at the ears, though, guys.
Her mom's
Ladies.
picture, her and her mom. Her and her mom could look, similar. She keeps saying that's my daughter, coming in as the daughter. All I keep thinking is maybe she was using her mom and like LARPing as her mom. You know what I mean?
Always a possibility.
And see, and with that, Jane, I don't know. We had Chris and Katie up, and a lot of the questions, a lot of things that Katie talked about, Sebastian, were the same things that Betty was asking. So I feel like she watched that, and after all the shit she talked, she still used a lot of the stuff we said. Just like with the bubbles, when Dolly was talking about the bubbles and the pop, he got that from Katie being up on our panel. So I don't know why they talked so much shit. They used everything she said.
Not for nothing, but faces do change. Like as you get older, as you lose weight, and if you look like,
well, drinking will do that to your body too. You know what I'm saying? Drinking will really fuck you up.
And you can
right
see
there, those two pictures, these look a lot alike right here. These two pictures right here, and then she said she was getting lipo in her lips. Those lips,
right?
Getting them injected. The noses almost look the same. The glasses look like they would fit similar. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you add a hat to that. I think it does look like her. I think it absolutely looks like her. Facial looks like her to me. I don't know. Right? These two right here look alike to me. These two right here look a lot alike.
I can definitely see it. The nose is what's the same, and your nose is what won't change. There is a difference with the ears. Jennifer Copdar style with the interview with the hairs. Oh, Betty. Oh,
yeah, but she's got a hat on. The hat always pushes your ears out a little bit.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She's got glasses and a hat, so her ears are going to pop a little bit. But it looks to me, what do you think?
I think it looks like her. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it looks like her. Put a 2 if you don't.
Let's see what the chat thinks. Because I'm telling you right now, I think I'm convinced this fucking fraud. After yesterday, after all the shit that she said yesterday, no, I'm convinced she's a fucking fraud. Like you know what I mean? And the shit she pulled. And like I said, the only reason why I know for 100% fact is because she cammed up. She fucked up when she cammed up.
Look at the Cupid's bow. That Cupid's bow is almost identical on both of those.
Yeah, we got mainly 1s. There's a few 2s, but mainly 1s. Wait, with weight loss. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we photoshopped them to show the similarities to get it as close as we could.
Yeah, we were trying to put the glasses in the hat so they, you know what I mean? Because the person looks different with glasses and hats. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. It changes your facial shape when you add hats and glasses,
Absolutely.
That's why people do that to, you know what I'm saying?
Right. The filler, the Botox. Yeah.
Yeah, she kept saying she was getting lip injections and fillers, stuff like that. She's like, I just came from getting lip injections or something about some lipo, or whatever she says, something about that. But,
And then
Yeah,
look at this. What a great point. Look at her mouth. In all 3 pictures, she has her mouth kind of positioned exactly the same.
Yeah, those lips. That's what I was saying. Them. It's like her lips. You can see like her facial.
It's not about reverse searching because we know who the person is. It's about, are these 2 people the same? We're not trying to find out the identity of the person. So reverse won't do nothing for us. We're not looking for the identity. We know the identity. We're just looking to see if they're the same people. And to me, yes, it just looks like a thinned out version of her. Corners of mouth turned down in car pics.
Yeah, it's the Cupid's bow for me. That's as unique as your fingerprints. And even with fillers in the lips, you're still going to have that. Your indentation is still going to be the same. It's either it's going to get fuller or like more protruded, but it's the same. Her lip shape is the same.
Right.
The way that go. You know, honestly, the ears take it away from me, but I if I saw those 2 people like side by side on the street, I would say they were related. At the very least, I would say they are related, sisters or mother and daughter.
Yeah, there's a close similarity. And these were from
I thought mother and daughter. I thought maybe she was using her mom's picture, or she was her it's the mother using the daughter's, you know what I'm saying, photo or something. Either way, if it's not her, they got to be related.
Right. Well, Angel, because we're figuring out that a known troll in like the little true crime sector is the person who was pretending to be the fake dog handler, the person that was coming on panels, saying that she took a private jet to fly to the search area, but nobody was there. It's just a messy person. She's just a messy person. Natural light versus indoor light, shadows, etc. No, I don't think I'm not saying you better say it's her or you're all getting out of here. I genuinely don't care what any of you think. I'm pretty full convinced. I mean, Queen's the one.
Yeah, I was gonna say honestly, I seen her, so I definitely know that that's her. That's the same one that was the dog handler or whatever. That I can say that for a fact. I don't know about this picture here and matching it up, but what I can say is I know for a fact the girl that was on my panel yesterday under Betty Boop is the same exact girl that was on Jay for Justice, and she's with the dog handler doing the fake dog handler stuff as Steph.
Yeah.
So those 2 right there, I can say for 125% fact that is her, is the same person.
Or she could always come up and turn her cam on.
Yep. I mean, she could do that too. Yeah. I mean, if you want, if you want, I mean, because people are not going to believe anything she says at all. So if you want to explain yourself, it would be a good time to do it now. Come up here and talk to Granny. I'll jump down. You ain't got to deal with me. I'll leave.
I am going to pop down. Thanks so much for having me up, Granny and Queen. It was very nice to meet you.
Absolutely. Good to meet you too, baby.
Okay, we'll see y'all's after bed.
Bye. Have a great day.
I'm going to jump too. I don't mean to take up. Like I said, I just wanted to jump up here because I was like in the chat. I'm like, I know that's her. I know that's her.
Yeah, I mean,
I've seen her.
You saw her and then put the voices together. There's no doubt that at least she's the infamous troll. At least.
She's the dog handling troll. Yep, that's for sure. That's a fact. That is a fact.
And then people that knew her prior to like this case and this situation, they said she did the same shit in other cases. So what would be
why she hates Brittany so much? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, because she got called a weirdo and all kinds of shit over on my channel. So she probably hates me just as much now if that's the case.
And we haven't been very kind to her either, but she still reappears and acts like we don't know she's her. Like I literally have to say, like, Love, are you Love again? And she's like, what? Like, oh wow. She's wild. So she just keeps coming back.
Yeah, that's another thing that's kind of odd to me. It's like, you know what I'm saying? That's how you know she needs help, because it's very, I mean, it's hard to troll like that, but to troll like this in a missing child's case, something's got to be wrong with you.
Right. And not only that, but I said to her before, I'm like, yo, I think you do this like instigating between creators type of trolling too, right? Like hopping on my panel, bringing up DJ. She did it to you. Like she's trying to get like infighting.
Well, as soon as she heard Brittany being mentioned, she came up on my panel and immediately started talking shit about her, and then went into talking shit about her kids and her parenting. That'll get a motherfucker in a fight real quick. You talk about my kids on the fucking panel, your ass is grass. I promise you that. I'm coming out hard for that because I don't play that shit. Don't talk about my fucking kids, talk about yours. You know what I mean?
And she knows that. She knows that's a sore spot. She knows that that's a spot that we all try to avoid, you know.
Right.
So she
So,
knew what
but
she
she
was
came
doing.
out swinging when she come up there. She knew what she was doing. And that's another thing that pisses me off is people that do that kind of stuff. Chasing posted some pictures and tagged us. Somebody just sent me a screenshot. It says, I copied these when wanting to do the reverse image with the dogs. So Chasing has a few pictures of her up there on her community tab if you want to flip that on. But they're a little more clear. They have like her glasses, and it looks like a more clear image if you care to bring it up. If not, we've already wasted enough time on the stupid bitch. But
I just can't believe, like, I wonder, are you liking this? Is this your intent?
You want the attention? Yeah, I was gonna say I think she's really doing it for attention. I mean, because she's been talked about quite a bit now, you know?
Right. I mean, who comes out here and pretends to be a dog handler with whiskey and vodka and they were right off of Chewy. Like, she wasn't even slick about it. She didn't even try.
Right.
She didn't even try. Something wrong with you, Betty Boop. So look at this. Oh, there we go.
See, and yep, I don't know how you think it's not the same person when I seen her with my eyes yesterday. I seen her with my own eyes, so I know for a fact it's her.
Right. That's what I'm saying. There's no doubt.
The dog handler is Betty Boop that was on my panel yesterday, saying that she was taking a plane to go help search. That is a fact.
And then finding out that she did this before in other cases. I mean, what are the odds?
That right there is the dead giveaway. When she's been doing this in other cases, you know what I mean? That doesn't surprise me that she's doing it now.
Right. And then, all right. And then if you think about it, we all know that Betty Boop, aka Love, aka Angel, was an alcoholic. And then the dog handler comes out and names all the dogs alcoholic names. What the hell is that? I mean, right there's another connection. Brandy, whiskey, vodka, tequila.
Yeah, when she was doing that kind of shit and then hollering like she was doing and just acting a damn fool.
Fucking growling like a dog. Oh my Lord.
Growling and acting like a fucking fool. I mean, what are you doing? Come on now.
What are you doing?
I said, and then when she named him vodka and all that, and we found out it was Chewy, and then you see the guy on there, she just basically took these pictures and, you know what I'm saying?
Stole she didn't even try.
Yeah. Like, you didn't even try very hard. You want to troll, but I mean, come on, man. You didn't even try very hard to troll us. What the hell are you doing?
Who wants to bet she ends up on Bet's next? I bet you she calls into Betty's next.
Lord.
And she's like, that QB and Granny, that GW, they were so mean to me.
They were bullying me and everything. Bullied me right off a panel.
I'm telling you, you know she will. Don't say you super chatted me, bitch.
Right,
you did not.
You didn't super chat me either. Don't you dare.
Oh, Lord. So, Chasing, you're saying the voices are identical? I can't find a good enough clip of Steph to identify it.
You go grab them off my panel. She talked for a while up there. You can get a clip from that. And then you can get a clip from Jay for Justice.
Yeah, on Jay's or whatever, because, there was one point.
No, I guess she cut it off. Nonsense has it on hers, though. So if you have to play it off that one or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You can get the voices from those two streams. I mean, because she talked up there yesterday for a while.
That was some weak ass trolling too.
Yeah.
That was. Like, she didn't even try.
It was ridiculous. And the chat was in there telling us, like, this lady right here, there's something going on, because even when Roro came up, she's like, where did you fly? Like, where did you fly to? Where, what airport did you fly into? San Francisco.
San Francisco.
I'm like, what?
I'm not trying to make a channel.
I'm like, San Francisco, Tennessee. There is no San Francisco, Tennessee. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, cats and kittens. I think she was drunk. I think she was drunk as hell. Because then after she came up under that second account, when she got blocked, she came up underneath that Betty Boop account with the purple block. Then she, you know what I'm saying? Then she was in the and then she was in the chat under whatever the hell, Love Bleeds or Bleeding Love or Bleeding Hearts or something like that.
Bleeding Heart.
My mama that way.
And Bleeding Heart is one of the accounts she came on my panel under. It is. So that ain't, I mean, why are you doing all this?
So if she came under your panel and you know that she was talking on that account, it wouldn't have been her daughter's account. So that was her LARPing as her daughter.
And all right, so here's one of her older streams when she was doing tarot reading, and let's hear the voice again.
Yeah.
What
She's wasted. This is a casino. She's clearly wasted because.
Oh yeah, and that makes your voice different too. You sound a lot different too when you're wasted like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's her. That looks like her to me.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Even the way she's.
Yeah, even like her facial, you know, add glasses and a hat. That's her right there. Boom. Stop that right there. Yep, that's her. Glasses and a hat. Yep, that's the same woman right there.
Mm-mm-mm.
In my opinion, I guess I'll say in my opinion.
Her accent doesn't. She does like come off without an accent, and then she gets heavily into the accent.
Yep.
Wow.
That's definitely her. That with the glasses and the hat. You add glasses and a hat to this picture right here. I'm telling you right now, it'd be the identical.
Look at her. This is nuts, though. Like, what is mentally? Oh, let's. What is wrong with somebody to do this type of like? She ain't even on her own stream anymore. Is she talking here? And she kind of does sound like a little bit Chinese too. Like a Chinese, I don't know, a mix of accents. You will find lots of videos on the channel. Thank you, Queen. This is crazy. The drinks may bring her natural accent out. Very true. Why would she do this? That's what we can't figure out. Hey, Wandering Sub. That's the part we can't figure out is why she would do this. Asian, Filipino. Maybe. Was she getting donations? Do you remember? If anybody remembers, she was getting donations to go be the dog handler. I'm trying to figure out what her intentions would be here.
Sorry, I was pulling my stream real quick because I want to hear her fucking voice. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, let's compare it because this is. She is wasted in this.
Yes, I was gonna say, and I got this where she was telling us about the I'm gonna share my screen so when you're ready you can pop it up. But this is her voice yesterday when she was on my live stream. She comes up and you can see the B for the Betty Boop. If she comes up with this purple B, it's on the screen right here. See it on the screen right there? That's when she came up the second time.
Oh yeah, just a B. So she does a little cartoon.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, because she had the Betty Boop character first. You know what I'm saying? If we go back, bam, there's the Betty Boop to the left. See her to the left there?
Yep.
But then when she came back up, she came up underneath this purple B because I was irritated with her bullshit when she was up here telling big old whoppers. Okay, so here's where Cotton was up here, and then here she pops up right here.
And that's why I jumped in row when she talked about donating the money. Like, I take issue when anybody disagrees and then they talk about what they've donated. That they don't do that.
Right.
At that point, she had already been kicked off. And then here, when she comes back up, let's let her talk real quick. I want to hear her talking.
Talking to you. I'm gonna hop down now. Bye-bye.
She tried buying me cat collars, master, and everything to wear.
You know, there was a point that I wanted to get to. It's not a matter of like anything with her kids or like the money that I donated. It's just the fact that you can even put your own opinion on her chat when you get blocked or you get insulted or something. And when I you know, on the private chats, I was just saying that I wasn't agreeing with the fact that that everything was being.
So we let her talk up there, but you know what? Yep, this is the thing. I don't have to compare her voices. She cammed up on my backstage yesterday.
Right, you saw her.
Yes, so before she came up here yesterday, she was sitting in my backstage with her fucking camera on. And when she was sitting back there, it was the same girl that Jay for Justice had on her panel as the fake dog handler, Steph, with the hat and the glasses. So
Yep.
I know for a fact this girl on my panel is the same exact girl that was up there playing like she was a fake dog handler on Jay for Justice. And I know this because she cammed up in my backstage.
And this is what she always does. If you kick her from stage, she always almost immediately reappears under another account. Like she's out here with several accounts too.
Oh, she did, because you see, once she started talking all this other shit and she kept on about Britney's kids, she got booted off and popped right back up.
And then comes
underneath
back
the
up.
B. Yep,
Is that when
underneath
she
Circle
comes up
B.
and does she come up and try to be on topic, but then go back to Britney? Because that's what she kept doing with me.
Oh no! At this point, she was still on the jet thing or whatever. Here, I'll pass. Let me go
Her
right
private
here.
jet.
Her private
Pascal did not give a phone number.
Right here, she's talking about Pascal, the fake jet where she took this flight. You know what I mean? No, you don't have to agree with me, but what I'm saying is, I seen it with my own eyes. So basically, when you're calling me a liar,
right?
I mean, I can tell you right now, I put this on your kids and mine that was the same person. If that makes you feel better.
Lord, Mr. Nobody, I wouldn't even know how to
Hold
drive.
on. Hold on. You got on an airplane and flew from one location to another to go out there? You bought airline tickets?
To help search. Yeah.
That's weirdo shit, lady. That is.
And it is weirdo shit for her to do that. You just hopped on a fucking plane, didn't talk to anybody, didn't make any arrangements, nothing. You just hopped on a fucking plane and went to go search for somebody. What the fuck?
Right. What is that?
What am I doing the same?
She didn't speak about your kids. She promised on her own kids.
Yes.
That's not speaking about yours yet. Sounds about right for Steph, right, Jason? I'm telling you, this is a major puzzle crack.
But we know, I mean, I know you're a shit starter, yep. So I mean, it's all good. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I know for a fact, on my fucking kids, this is the same bitch that was on the panel with Jay for Justice that's the same one that was on my panel yesterday.
Right. And we didn't know this goes all the way back to like Angel Wings and other cases and lying about searching and collecting money for the Idaho 4 parents. We didn't know all that.
A merry band of weirdos. That's for sure. That's for sure. I don't know who her team is or who she thought. Like I said, you had turds in your pockets or what? Because who's your teammate?
Right.
Who is your team?
Her alter egos.
And how much? I mean, do you know how much it even costs to have a fucking team flown out?
Well, if you got a private jet and,
Well, I don't know who Angel is. All I know is who Steph is. I have no idea who Angel is. I don't care who you've talked to. What I'm saying is I know who came up on my panel. I know who cammed up on my panel. And I know who was cammed up on Jay for Justice. And it's the identical person. So that's what I'm saying. I have no idea who Angel is.
Well, and we didn't know who Angel was until all these people came in. And we compared all the voices, all the clips, all the everything. They're all the same person. There's just no doubt. I sometimes I feel like people, and no disrespect to
I can only speak on what I seen, you know what I'm saying? And the same picture that Nonsense has matching on her thumbnail with the dog and the girl with the glasses is the same one that was on Jay for Justice, is the same one that was on my panel yesterday. So those three, those I can say for a fucking absolute fact that that's the same person. As far as going for voices, I don't even have to listen to the voices because I know I seen her face. You know what I mean? Like I can tell you for a fact just seeing her on that picture of Nonsense's thumbnail and Jay for Justice, where she's sitting next to Julia. That's the same identical person that was on my backstage yesterday with her cam on.
She said she had work done. She admits that she gets work done. I don't know. I mean, we're comparing 5-year-old pictures to current times. People transform, they lose weight. You can see, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but you can see some of the skin sagging underneath her chin, showing that she lost weight. To me, there's no, Hey, Spudler. Yeah, can we get Angel on here? I've been trying. I know
that would be nice. Yeah, because you know what? Then we would really know.
Right, but the whole thing is, she didn't get that. The whole point was she lied. Maybe play it, Queen, so they can hear it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What'd she say? She wouldn't have the money to get that work done. Yeah. Well, that's what we're saying. She wouldn't have had, she wouldn't have the money to get that kind of work done, but she wouldn't have the money to get on a flight and pay for her and her team, or whatever the fuck she said, or her friends or whatever, to take a private jet or a flight to go search when she didn't even have the fucking address. Supposedly, she's like, well, Pascal said.
Well, her first mistake
Address.
was
So we
going
just went to this address. So you mean to tell me you bought tickets? You can't tell me what airport. You have no idea. Then she says she was in San Francisco, Tennessee. So you don't even know where the fuck you're at.
That's what I was about to say.
Saying?
Like, that was her first mistake. She went to San Francisco.
Right. Wait, you don't even know where the fuck you're fucking going. But supposedly you took a flight and paid all this money to go search when she doesn't make any fucking sense. But yeah, here I'll play that. What do you want me to go back to Betty
And
Boop?
this right here, Steph the dog handler's adult child works in plastic surgery.
So yeah, and she keeps saying in that clip with that one I put in the back, she says that she's like on Jay for Justice. She's like, you want to see? I got lip injections done. I got work done. You want to see it?
Right. They are taking it personal, but because it is personal, because when you dislike a creator, you want to argue everything they say. Listen, I've been there. I know what's happening.
Yeah, it's a fucking troll. Diddy bopping around, trolling under different fucking names.
And high profile cases.
Yeah, that's even worse, honestly. That's the shit that bothers me the most. Out here trolling in a case like that. All right, I'll play this real fast.
All right.
You want this part played or the one when she comes up under the...
Whatever one she talks about. Oh, I went and Seth wasn't there.
Oh, here we go. It's back here then. Let's see, because this is where she comes back up again. And I put the fair use disclaimer up. Here she comes. Fuck, you went where?
Right. Why would you do that?
Where did you go?
Well,
she went to the location that a missing child's father on an internet.
Yeah, and then I went into
that's
T-Rev.
fucking weird as fuck.
I think I went
That's
into
weirdo
T-Rev.
shit, lady. That's weirdo shit.
No, it's not weird.
That you went to someone's house. Hold on, say that again.
No, not a house. Okay, so Seth was on Pascal and he said, if you want to join me into the search, you can meet me at this address. So Pascal was like, okay, so he's gonna do the search. If you want to join him, you can go to this address. So I talked to a few of my people that friends of mine that we do charity, we do things for homeless and everything. And
oh my god, okay.
Like,
so you talked to him and what?
And then we flew to.
See, I get frustrated with her right here because I know she's fucking lying. I know she's lying.
To go meet the search group, and there was no one there. It wasn't just
you
me.
You didn't contact them and ask them why? I mean, what did you ask them if you could go meet them prior to this?
He did not give a phone. No, Pascal did not give a phone number. He only gave an address.
Hold on.
They're saying that's the same voice as Love 2 that was up here. Did you have a Love 2 up here?
Love 2 was the first troll account she came under, being obsessive with BJ. And then she'd go back to BJ's and talk about me. And then she'd come back to my panel and talk about BJ. And finally, I called her out. I'm like, yeah, weren't you just talking shit on me over there? So, yeah, that's how she started with me over here with the whole BJ thing. Mm-hmm.
So that's another name. So we have Love 2, Bleeding Hearts, or Bleeding Love, whatever it is. Betty Boop, because we got 2 of those.
There's also Love 2 with the number 2 behind it.
Okay, so Love 2, that's 6. That's
and then
6
Angel.
accounts.
So that's 7.
Yeah, that's holy fuck. Yeah, Queen Bella, we need a whiteboard, baby. We need the whiteboard out.
This is wild.
Jesus.
You got on an airplane and flew from one location to another to go out there? You bought airline tickets
to help search. Yeah.
That's weirdo shit, lady. That is weirdo shit. That is
Pascal gave an address to meet to search, like to his public audience, correct?
Yeah, it was on Pascal. Pascal was like, well, if you guys want to help search.
Now, see, I don't know who this Angel 2 is or whatever, because I've never seen her. Like I said, the only thing I can do is confirm who was in my backstage yesterday, cammed up, which is the same girl that was cammed up on J for Justice and Nonsense's thumbnail, which we already pulled up. That's the only thing I can confirm is that's the same lady. Because I didn't, she cammed up. I didn't have to hear her voice. You hear this crazy shit, though, that she's saying about taking this fucking plane and going and searching and nobody was there? How crazy does that sound?
There's something wrong with her. There's something wrong. And this goes back years. Like, this is concerning. Yeah, I agree. But if you listen closely, there are times where Steph is talking that the accent comes out. And there are times when
I wish Jay for Justice didn't have that stream down. I want to go pull that stream so we can hear her talking to her.
I do too. Or if Jay can even confirm, like, did you ever hear the accent coming out a little? Or Julie, one of them can confirm, because there are times where she doesn't have that accent. And then there's times where it comes out real heavily. So,
yeah, it goes in and out. It goes in and out for sure. But yeah, like I said, I don't know who Angel is. I don't even know how she plays into this, because that's not a name I've heard or seen out of the 7 we just used, or we named off that she uses. But either way, the only thing I can confirm is the same lady that was in my backstage cammed up is the same person that was on J for Justice with Julia, the dog handle that you showed that picture of, and Chasing has a picture of her up on her community tab. I can confirm that.
Well, confirm. Angel is without a doubt love too. She's the same person without a doubt. That's been confirmed. That's without a doubt. But here's Queen of Virgo saying that Angel uses fake accents as well. There's all types of channels. Mm-hmm.
Got you. Okay.
No, I can't even pronounce English correctly. Leave me alone, no one.
When I get to going off, I fucking use words or throw words in there and don't even make
exactly. Don't get me angry.
Yeah, right. Because I'll go 100 miles a minute and can't even hardly get my damn words out, let alone get them straight.
Exactly. I'm sure she's here. We know she's here.
Oh, I'm sure she's listening to here. You know what? Matter of fact, I'll get off here. I got to get some stuff done anyways. So maybe she'll come up and talk to you.
Let's see if she does, but I doubt it. And I know you can't really. Are you able to speak on Betty or no?
I mean, I can speak on her whenever I want. That's why she did this lawsuit, because she doesn't want me to speak on her. I don't know if you guys listen to Burnt Toast, but they went over all the documents.
Oh, I didn't listen to it. No, but did you see she fell out with JLR?
Yes, girl, I sure did. And she's like, I was Magnolia. I fucking died laughing.
And we called it back in December. I said, there's no doubt that Betty had a thing for JLR, was dating him. She's one of the women on the side, and now she's seeking revenge. Woo.
Yeah, her clickbait bullshit today just alone was ridiculous. I mean,
that was disgusting. And she's friends. She's supposedly friends with Seth Rogers. Like, why would you
that's
have
the
that
thing.
up
She's
there?
not friends with Seth Rogers. She set up a thing with Tony. She set up she has Tony's number. Supposedly, she hasn't had any conversations with Seth. She speaks to Tony. She speaks to Seth through Tony.
Nonetheless, she knows that Seth is part, like, subscribed to her channel. You know what I mean? So she knows that he could see that. And then she wrote it like Sebastian Rogers' body found. Like, she wrote it in a way.
Disgusting ass bitch.
Yeah.
That's so fucking gross. And why would you do that to the parents? I'll tell you right now, I would be so fucking upset if somebody sent me a screenshot of that and that was my child that she was speaking on like that. I would be fucking pissed.
Well, and it's not the first time she's done it. Didn't she do that before while she was live? Claim somebody's child was found?
Yeah, she's done that before. Oh, yeah. Yep. She's done stupid shit like that before. Yeah, it's
despicable.
It's ridiculous. It's.
She did say, I'm Magnolia.
Yeah, she had but you know what? Then she had almost 1,000 people in her chat listening to that garbage.
Right. Well, that's why they do it.
That's what'll pull it in, because she used to, there was a time where she only had about 60, 70 people in her chat that would listen to her spew her bullshit.
Yep. That's why
she knew that interview with Seth would grow her channel. We know what time it is. Come on, man.
And that's why she posted that 4 days in advance that he was going to be coming on. She knew what she was doing. And then when she went to members only and shit, she knew. Yeah, can you explain this real quick, Queen, while you're here? They were saying that you guys pulled up last night that Seth said he must be paid here on out?
Yes, matter of fact, yes. Okay, so hold on. We need confirmation anyways, because so Seth was supposedly going to CrimeCon. Does anybody know if he went?
Oh, he's there. He's there.
Okay, because Tony said he was not there.
Oh, there were people that said that were there that said he's there.
Okay, so that's what we needed to know, if he was there. If he was there, they're saying that he talked to Joseph Petito. Here, I'll go pull it up right fucking now, matter of fact. He supposedly was with, let me see here. I got you right now. Hold on. Yeah, there's okay, so supposedly Crime Lines and Lies posted it. Here, let me see.
Is she against him now? She against Tony? I mean, Seth?
I guess she said we worked so hard to get hold on. Matter of fact, it's on that live stream we just pulled up, so I know it ain't. Hold on, baby. I'm squirreling out. I can't do two things at once. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay, so yeah, CrimeCon. So supposedly he was at okay, that's the thing. That's what we needed to figure out. Was he at CrimeCon? Because if he was at CrimeCon, this right here is what was said. Let's see here.
Oh, look, I'm honored. They got me on this Facebook page over here. Thank you.
There we go. So my screen's in the back if you want to pop it up. This is what somebody sent me a screenshot of. And it says, we have worked so hard for the missing this week, and unfortunately we couldn't do much for Sebastian. Joe Petito spoke to him, and Seth wants money for appearances. John Ramsey wanted to have coffee with Seth, but he refused. I promise we all tried. Why would John Ramsey want to have coffee with Seth to begin with? I mean,
right.
I'm sorry, but there's people who have missing children, who have had missing children longer than Sebastian, that the parents have been, you know what I'm saying? Like it just.
And let's be honest though, can you see Seth refusing that? I don't.
Exactly. No, he loves the attention. There's no way he would refuse that, in my opinion. And I know it sounds shitty, and I know people might get upset at that, but no, I don't believe that.
Right. Oh, yeah. So how about that? Did you see that Facebook group was doxing you and shit? They were saying that Katie
they did.
told you.
Yeah, hell yeah, they did.
Man.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I know who it was behind it, because I called T Rev out and him and his little girlfriend. Yeah,
Michaela.
So him and his little girlfriend were mad as hell, and Cluminati was doxxed right after that too. So yeah,
because they were saying, I'm like, that shit like can get you killed.
But
like,
then
saying,
PJ fucking doxed me out on her page and shit too, because she was mad that Dolly got called out.
And then BJ doxed you too.
Yep.
And
so,
it wasn't you.
I mean, it's like
it wasn't you that started the rumor he was at CrimeCon. If anything, I go as far as to say it was me, because
I was gonna say I don't even know if he went or not. I have no idea, to be honest with you. You said you go as far as to who started it? I'm sorry.
The Facebook group started it, because I read it on the Facebook group and I repeated it. But there are people at CrimeCon that are saying they've seen him there. So I don't.
You know what? And yeah, somebody just pointed out this is probably a fucking fake account, because it says Crime Lines Lies. It's Crime Lines and Lies. So
Crime
it
Lines.
makes me wonder if somebody didn't make this fucking
screenshot up.
Yeah. But there's another one here that I posted that someone else sent me that it would know. You know what I'm saying? That was, I mean, I'm pretty sure I pull it up too, because I was like, here's another one.
It's all over this Facebook group. I just wonder.
Yeah, that's where this one was from too. Let's see here, because I thought I pulled it up in the middle of this. There was another screenshot that was, this is TikTok Tony last night when he was on there. There's the other one right there.
Yeah. So that's actually right here too. I have that up right now. Crime Lines and Lies, that she could change that, you know what I mean, on her Facebook page. That might be her Facebook page.
Right. It could be, yeah. You're right.
Huh. And this whole Facebook group right now is saying the same thing. That he's saying he wants to be paid. Where did he say it at? I'm sorry, but I would definitely take this. They have this one meme over here. I would definitely use it. It's hysterical. It's
Some of them are
hysterical.
funny as hell. They are fucking hilarious. But
This one right here.
JLR still has my docs up from a year ago on his fucking Twitter. I mean, but he's got me blocked 10 ways to Sunday because he knows I don't fuck around. So
this one right here. I can ask him if he'll take it down. What do you mean they won't pay for the interview? Cut off the snake's head. That's actually funny.
I'm done.
Oh, they did it great too. Like this really looks like it could be him. They
Hold on.
might be trying to
Joneson
get a
said,
job.
hold on. Joneson says here, I think it was Miss Ann that said she seen him at CrimeCon. I could be wrong though. See, I don't know I have no idea who started it, to be honest. I really don't know where it came from other than that screenshot.
Well,
That
the
is a
Facebook
fucking
group,
mean
the
mail. I
Facebook
love
group said he was going, and then whatchamacallit turned around. JLR said, like, you got a missing child and you want to go to CrimeCon, is in your area.
Well, yeah, and in JLR's group is a group of fucking trolls that just post anything and everything. So
I know. Look at
You
this
know what
one
I
though.
mean?
I have spoken with Tim Miller. He helps with what he can. I knew he was following the Summerwell shit. Tell me we didn't know it.
yeah.
Isn't that who Tim Miller is from Summerwells?
No, well, Tim, hold on. Tim, I don't think it's Miller. I think it's something else.
He's the EquiSearch guy, Tim Miller, who helped in the Summerwells.
The older guy, the older gentleman that runs the.
Yeah, he's pretty old.
Yeah.
He was on With Duty Run, this guy here.
Yes, yep, there we go. Yeah. The founder of
EquiSearch.
EquiSearch. Yeah.
Wasn't EquiSearch already involved though?
I think so, yeah. EquiSearch, you mean in Sebastian's case? Yeah.
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 And there are rumors that he's speaking with Don Wells. I'm waiting for Don Wells to come out and say it, but apparently he's been speaking to Don Wells too.
Well, and that's the thing too, is Tony tried to, get this fathers group of missing kids with Don Wells, the other guy that he works for. I'm trying to think of his name. His son just went missing as well.
Oh, Caleb Harris.
Yes. So he, Tony works with his dad.
Yeah, that's how he got this position he's in. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure Tony's like the kid's dad's boss, so he can't even try to get away from him.
Yeah, see, I don't know if he's the boss or not, but I just know that they worked together and they were trying to, Jones and Tim Mullins. That's the one that runs the Summerwells group, not Tim Miller. It's Tim Mullins. Yes.
See, look, and this anonymous member, aka probably JLR
You're tracing
himself.
right there. Bam. I verified he has never talked to Don Wells. Boom, right there.
Okay, good. Thank you.
So and she could verify. She, she has sources to verify that.
This is interesting. But here's this anonymous poster, which we know who's usually anonymous on here, confirmed that he is at CrimeCon. There, let's see if any photos come out, because obviously people would take photos of him there. It's
that's
crazy.
what I was waiting on, was confirmation photos or some kind of confirmation. But then Tony comes out and said that no, he did not go to CrimeCon. But then Tony fucking lies and spreads misinformation as well. So,
right, who the hell would even these people like? Well, Tony said he wasn't. Tony also lied about an Amber Alert and about the last time that Sebastian was seen, and very important things. So who the hell would believe Tony?
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, Seth said he didn't have a Facebook. Seth said he didn't have social media. He said he didn't have a YouTube.
Yeah, he kept on about that fucking Facebook, and he's like, I don't have a Facebook. But I want you to, we're making a Facebook group, and I want everybody to, tell me where they're from, add themselves to this Facebook group. So, because I have access to the email, and I'm like, nobody, come on, man.
Right.
Nobody gives a shit about email to your Facebook. That's not, if you don't have Facebook, you're not going to know what's going on in that group. You're not going to know what's being said in that group. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. And then you're going to have people in there. That's the easiest and quickest way to get doxxed the fuck out, is to add yourself to a Facebook group. In my opinion, this is just my opinion.
Well, I agree. I deleted my Facebook because of YouTube, because I didn't know. And people immediately, when they found my family, the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to get doxxed the fuck out. I mean, and I'm not even bullshitting. That's how they got a video of my fucking children, which I had to show their birth certificates to YouTube to get the fucking video down.
Is that how you got it down? Because I wasn't able to get some of my kids
yes,
down.
the fuck I did. I was so fucking pissed. I called. I spoke to an attorney. They told me what I could do, and I did that. And that's.
And you know what else? And I'm not this isn't to anybody in particular, but be careful sending out your addresses and your government names to people too. You know, when it
Well, I
comes to
tell
like,
people all the time, and don't ever confirm a dox. Never
right.
confirm a dox. I
Man,
don't give a
I
shit
got
if
so
they say
mad
you're a liar.
when they said that about Heels because Heels said it wasn't her. I'm like, what the fuck do you want her to do? Say yes, that's me? Absolutely, always deny a dox.
Yeah.
Yes. I get it. It can be beneficial for him to go to CrimeCon. Absolutely. But I
But
like to see
people say who would have paid for it. Well, fuck. I mean, he got cash apps. He had a $25,000 fucking
26,000. 26.
Oh, 26. Okay. See, yeah.
But the cash apps alone, let's talk about that. He had JLR, T-Rev, Pascal all dropping his personal cash app. All of them. He was making bank.
Yeah. Well, there was a lady that came out who said she sent him checks. Like she had been sending him checks in the mail.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There was also another lady who said she was giving him $200 out of her disability check every month.
That's the one I was thinking of. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of ladies that feel bad for him. Did you see we played the clip with him with his shoulder where he went and told JLR, you're gonna want to get this on camera.
Yeah, what's up with that? But then did you see when I read the reports from the DVRO that his injury to his shoulder was mentioned then 8 years ago? So after this GoFundMe's met, all of a sudden his shoulder's so bad again that he can't go searching. You tell me what shoulder injury would stop somebody from walking and searching?
Yeah. The shoulder, man. He is really he really puts on a show for that shoulder.
Right, and every time he's in an interview, he does that weird, like he's sitting there with that weird massager thing on his shoulder.
Vibrating thing, yeah. Like,
did you see when he did the wrong shoulder?
Yeah,
he did the wrong shoulder. The fuck out of here. They all pinned his cash app. I sent money and feel stupid. Don't feel stupid. You sent from your heart. Don't feel stupid ever. Right, but why would the shoulder be worse than a 9 herniated disc? I don't know. The guy rubs me the wrong way. The way he's sitting on camera with the shoulders weird. The way he puts his hands on his head when he's talking about certain things is weird. All of it's weird. He's trying to cash out on disability. And then the cash out wasn't even in his name.
That's another thing that's really super sketch. So the cash app's not in his name. The GoFundMe was in his sister's name or in his the godmother's name or something weird. I don't know. It's all there's a lot of sketchy shit. You know, I mean, I don't think Seth is, to me, in my opinion, one of those Disneyland dads where he gets the kids every other weekend or once a month and takes them to go do all this fun shit. Why the mom has to be the mother, the counselor, the doctor, the disciplinary, you know what I mean? Like mom has to
all the things,
do all the hard shit, and dad gets to take him to go do the fun stuff and then bring him home.
And then every time he talks, right? Every time he talks about what he did with Sebastian, first off, he goes back 8 years ago, but even in recent time, he talks about video games and movies, but then has the nerve to say that Katie wasn't being an adult.
Right.
This poll is actually funny because look at the ask the clue. Oh, clueless lady. I thought it said ask the clue lady. Like these people are such haters. Do you believe they talked on the phone for 3 hours? Ask the clueless lady. I thought it said clue lady, but like these people in that chat, that's a free for all Facebook over there. But
it is.
There's something weird. Like, and then to top it off, so people are saying Brittany doesn't speak highly of Queen. You're the dumbass bitch that was in over in Betty's talking shit. Dusty garbage girl. I remember you. The fuck does Brittany speak highly of Queen when she left her fucking docs up there for 30 minutes? When she's over there saying Queen's no better than her.
She's taking enough fucking jabs at me that I don't know. I wouldn't say she talks highly about me. That's for sure.
She doesn't. Somebody block this bitch like quick. I can't. She was over there like, actually, while you're here, Dusty, why don't you listen closely? Seth Rogers did not see his son the Thursday before he disappeared. He spoke to him on the phone. So did you see that where Seth says he didn't see Sebastian for 3 weeks until he disappeared because he gets them every other weekend. And then when he was talking about the boots, he said, I had the boots for 2 months before I was able to give them to Sebastian. So he saw Sebastian once in about a 2.5 month period.
Yeah, that blew
Dad
the
of the
hell out of
year.
me. I didn't even know that. I didn't know he had seen it. You know what I mean? I didn't know that he had seen him or hadn't seen him for at least a month before he went missing.
Yeah. I can't believe you have the nerve to say, like, good job, ladies, after all the shit you just talked about me and Betty's.
All right, baby, I gotta get going. I gotta take these girls and get going. It's summertime here, so I will catch you on
we
the
still
flip
have
side.
another week, man. It should be
Girl,
summer.
they got out of school and now they got all this stuff going on. You know how it is, like different
I
things,
know.
sports and
I
shit.
know,
You
but I
know,
still
we
love
run
it. I can't
nonstop.
wait. Well, have fun
I
and thank you
appreciate
for
letting
coming
me
up.
though.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
thank you. I appreciate you, and you
Watch
guys
out
have
for
a good
these
day, baby.
trolls, man. You as well.
Yeah, I get them. I get some too, but that was nice of her. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I try not to get on the subject of Brittany and her kids and shit like that. Cause I mean, she has an opinion. She has the right to have an opinion just like we all do. You know what I mean? And I understand that sometimes we don't agree, but there's some jabs that she's taken that I don't fucking take too kindly to, but it is what it is.
Yeah, listen, I wouldn't have minded that troll if she wasn't over in Betty's calling me snaggly tooth and making all these personal insults,
And see,
asking how
they
my
think we don't see that kind of shit. They don't they don't see that, you know? They
and
really
then
don't.
to top it off, like, thank you for not bashing. All BJ does is bash the shit out of everybody. Like, whatever. But yeah. All right, well, enjoy your day. Thank you.
All right, baby. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.
All right. Bye. Why is her name Dusty Gar? I don't know, but she was really nasty to me. Like, how's that internet? How's that internet in the attic? Shut up. Or in the basement. Shut up. All right, now let's get to the Betty thing. All right. I'm sorry for yelling at you, Dusty Garbage, but you had some really nasty things to say about me. I can't believe the audacity of some of you people, though. Like, at least come in here and apologize for how you spoke to me. At least do that at the bare minimum. Nobody bashes. We don't respond to BJ over here. Hence the commenters that are saying, oh, I woke up, I realized, I've been listening. Yeah, she talks about you all the time, but you don't talk about her. That's what I'm waiting for the people to wake up and say it. Good morning. So, Betty today, not only does she have the most clickbaity title I've ever seen, Sebastian Rogers body found. Like Dusty Gar, that's what I said, Sonny. Like, what? How's the internet in the basement? It's good enough to tell you to get the hell out of my chat. How about that? I mean, at least come in and say sorry. All right. Anyway, we don't BJ here, right? We don't. But she's a BJ troll. She was trying to get us to talk about BJ. She was trying to be a passive aggressive troll. It just didn't work out because you're goofy. Hey, Catherine. Bullhorn Betty. Yes, we're moving on. Yep. It's not Betty's first time doing this. For those who are unaware, she's done this many times. But this was really gross. So Sebastian Rogers' body found Tennessee. Right? For anybody who's quickly looking or watching, when it appeared as a notification, you can look at my my link and see it. Oh, you're a big girl. You better stop that, Megan. All right, so we look at this. Okay, body found, but worst of all, look at her thumbnail. Look at her thumbnail for this. Why would you put his face with a float knowing that the body that was found was deceased? Why would you do that? What has to be wrong with you to do that?
I've just about had it with StreamYard. I can't deal with it anymore. I've got major audio issues, jumping audio. It's causing production problems.
You think anybody cares about your production problems when you're implying that Sebastian Rogers was found? And you start off your stream with your production problems. You got a lot more than production problems. Let me tell you. Okay. So for those who are unaware, let me start here. Crews recover body from the Cumberland River. Okay. This is the actual newscast. This is the actual news broadcast of it. Doesn't say it's Sebastian. A caller reported 911. They saw a body float in. Nothing in this leads us to believe it was a child's body. It wasn't even enough information at that point to make this allegation. No. As far as we know, it was not Sebastian. Nothing has come out yet to say. I just can't believe the way she even clickbaited that. That's horrible. And you know that, like Seth Rogers or not, you know that he's aware of her channel. Like, you're one of the channels he trusts.
I have been behind the scenes the whole time during.
Hit the thumbs up if you don't give a crap about her production problems. I've been behind the scenes. Fix your glasses. They're as crooked as your mind state. Okay.
The intro trying to fix the issue. It looks like it may be resolved now. I have no clue. So I'm just tired of the.
Again, I want you all to remember, at this point, she is making it out like Sebastian Rogers, the 15-year-old missing child that we have all come to care about, has been found, but she comes on here all chippery. She comes on here all, goofy and ha ha ha. Do this every single time a body is fed. They do. Thank you so much. Unreal.
The inability of StreamYard to maintain production. So I can't trust it anymore. It's been like this for months and they haven't.
Oh.
They haven't fixed it. But that's not the point of us being here. We're here because we've been covering the case of Sebastian Rogers.
Why are people thinking Seth is scamming when he's out there every day? He's not out there every day, sweetheart. He's not. Dust till down. No, he's not. He's not. Every time I have seen Seth Rogers, he is sitting in his kitchen on a panel, or he's sitting in his car not moving on a panel. There is not one person who has come out since back at Easter time with a video of Seth out there searching. Not only that, but to top it off, Seth himself said he can't search because of his shoulder. So why do you guys think he is searching? I mean that respectfully, Kayla. I enjoy you. I'm not saying this to call you out. I'm just honestly. Thank you so much, Cheese. Good to see you. Went to that news station's Facebook page to read, right? Door to door with neighbors and is driving every street. I thought he couldn't look because his shoulder was so bad. I don't get it. I don't know. Bless it. Whatever.
Rogers, a 15-year-old autistic boy that disappeared from his home, literally in Hendersonville, Tennessee, from inside his home. There was no evidence that he left his home. We've been talking about a lot of stuff. I had an opportunity.
There's no evidence he left his home. There's a scent trail. Okay, there's a scent trail. I even just played on West Loose the other day where neither Chris nor Seth spoke up and said there was never a trail. There's a trail.
To obviously get Seth on the record. We had an interview with him on Thursday. I thought it went really, really well.
Yeah, it did. It showed us how you're both barbaric, in your words. Very well. Kayla, if you speak to Seth, why don't you ask Seth to come up here where we can ask some actual real hard-hitting questions? That would be nice. The microwave. Was that you that said that? Good morning, Deborah. Right, he hasn't looked since the JLR video. He told me he will be back out searching next week. But he said that, Kayla, he said that a week and a half. He said that 2 weeks ago. When he did that grand appearance on Smiley's, that was a setup to try to frame Trevor Lee. He said then that Friday they would be back to searching, and that Friday came and went. That Friday did not happen. I don't know, Stacey, but I do know there was a time Betty did stream in what looked like a bathe. I'm hoping it was a bathing suit, but it was very bizarre. Right. We just haven't. I mean, that's nice that you send him money for food. The guy's richer than all of us. Can I have some money for food? I'm just kidding. He says that every week, doesn't he? Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard Seth Rogers say every week that next week they're going to be looking. And why does he need Tony to search with him? He lives in the area. He has all these people that are volunteer to search. And why does he need Tony with him? Does he need Nina Glass and her poo-poo too? There was a trail. There was a trail. There was a trail. Lots of ones popping up. It's good to see some of yous. Many have harmed this case. Do no harm or log off. Grain, I'm trying. I'm trying. Seth was in a YouTube chat the other night at 3 a.m. You think he's going to get up to search all day if he's on YouTube middle of the night? Mm-hmm.
For the most part, we learned a lot of information about it. At the end of the day, I think he's a normal father. Okay. A father that isn't perfect, that makes mistakes with his first child. That's probably done some things that.
I don't know. I'm sure many of us here in the chat have children, right? Yeah, I don't necessarily mean weekly, but he's definitely said it very often. Many of us in the chat have children. Have any of you, yes, I love cheese. Have any of you When finding out you're going to have your first child, rather you're a father or mother, you told your partner that, you know, you're pregnant. Have any of them responded back, I'm going to be a horrible dad? Like right off the bat, he had a negative tone. He always has a negative tone, but like to openly and publicly say the moment you found out you're going to be a father, the first thing you said is, I'm going to be a horrible dad. And then Betty's over here like, oh, he's the best father, a great father, a father that went weeks without seeing his child.
Normal families deal with.
Never.
Period. Normal families deal with. And anybody that sits there and shames this man for being a normal father, you know, I got nothing to say to you. I don't know what to say. If it's disrespectful, it's disrespectful.
You know what's disrespectful? To label him a normal father. His lack of fathering is not normal. I'm going to move heaven and earth. Right. Such an odd thing to say. We were seniors. Right. I was as well. 18 and gave birth. Yeah. He's always negative. Right. I seen him talk about searching a lot. You're right. Truths to light. So anything but normal.
But we all have families. We all have parents. Our parents were never perfect. This man's missing his son. He's been out there, boots on the ground, trying to find his son or any information related to his son.
You're right.
That to me is a good dad.
Yeah, he's doing so much searching. That's a great dad. You know, it's a great dad being active before a tragedy takes place. That's a great dad. If you listen back to the interview, he said they were putting parenting classes. He sure did. A normal parent loves their kid more than they hate their ex. Betty Crocker.
Different, polar opposite than the mother, the one that actually gave birth to this child, and her husband, that seem like they are living their best life ever, while this man is sitting in a quiet home in the dark, crying his eyes out every night for his son. Much different, much different. So like all those people like Jay.
He's sitting in the dark every night crying his eyes out. Matter of fact, what I heard was opposite. He's being woken up by Tony to tell him that people are talking bad about him on the internet, and he's over in chats and on panels on late nights. So he's not in the dark crying at night. I mean, it's way to sound it really dramatic there, Betty, but he's not. He's not. You're so right. She sure did, Jeanette. Sure did. Because you know why? Because she's trying to rebel against JLR. And the only reason she's even all cozied up to Tony and Seth right now is because JLR had a falling out with them. As a mom raising a disabled adult son, I would like you to define normal. That word is used to hurt those with disabilities. Normal. I don't know in what phrasement I used the word normal. I apologize if you felt I was trying to hurt people with disabilities. I promise I wasn't. New video really tells everything on Seth. We'll get to that, Catherine.
Is for justice, that wants to sit there and say because this man called some dog a mutt that he must not want to find his son is disgusting.
No, you know what's disgusting? Your thumbnail. Your thumbnail is absolutely disgusting. And all right, listen, we can all tell by Seth's anger and the way he speaks and his Seth Show and whatever it may be, that when he wrote that comment about Julie and her mutts, that he was saying it to be ignorant. No doubt in my mind. He wrote that in the aggressive way that he did to be a jerk. He knew he was going to upset people by saying that. He knew it. The way he wrote it was horrific. It was aggressive. It was rude. And I'm going to pull it up.
To me, is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. This is a
Really, tell Jules to stop ghosting me. Saw Sebastian's clothes and shoes, just waiting on her and her mutts to show up. Tell me that wasn't written in a first off, Jules doesn't need you to search. People don't need you, Seth, to search. They are allowed to go search for Sebastian without you. And then Betty being like, this dog searcher that ghosted him
is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. This is a searcher that chose to ghost this man. I'm sure he was frustrated, and I'm sure I could have thought of a million things to call Jules and her dogs besides.
Really, Perry? You don't think, I don't know, the thumbnail that shows Sebastian Rogers' face and then a life-saving float when we're talking about a deceased person? You don't think that's, I don't know, sad? You don't think that's disgusting? Thank God it wasn't Sebastian, but at the same time, it was somebody's loved one. And she puts a life-saving ref thingy. The person's dead. We know the person's dead. With Sebastian's face there. And why she even have to put Sebastian Rogers' body found? Why did she even have to phrase it like that? She couldn't just go live with the news that a body was found in Tennessee. She had to put his name into it. No, that's what's sad. Is that she had to clickbait the shit out of this title. That's sad.
Mutts. Call Jules and her dogs besides Mutts.
Oh, you're such a badass.
So shame on you, J is for justice. You know, maybe get something out of your mouth that's been in there way too long.
Oh, what does that mean? Oh, she just took a shot at JLR. That's what that is. If anybody is misunderstanding. Oh, you changed your name, Jackie. Okay. Now I know. Thank you, Mama, for it's good to see you again. Anybody know what that little low blow was? Get JLR's blank out of your blank. What are you jealous of Jay's relationship with JLR because he broke your heart and chose Magnolia? What a low blow. Is that why you're suddenly calling out Jay? Is that why you're suddenly white knighting with Tony and Seth Rogers to seek revenge and go against JLR? We called it. We knew it. It's exactly why she's doing it.
J is for justice. You know, maybe get something out of your mouth that's been in there way too long.
Oh.
That's what I would say to you.
Oh.
Just to say. So it's very upsetting to see these comments come from creators that used to have integrity and stuff like that. But, you know, again, we're moving our channel away from this crap and nonsense.
No, you're not, because that's what you are at heart. That is what you... Did you hear that, Jay? Are you still in here, girl? Did you hear that? Oh, she's seething there. We called this back in December with her. Oh, she is. She is.
We have the blinders taken off of our face. We know that when somebody gets their feelings hurt here on the streets of YouTube, that they decide to attack an innocent man because of their hurt feelings.
No, that's what you're doing.
Bullshit and
that's what you're doing, Betty. You are using your hurt feelings towards JLR and pretending to care about Seth and Tony. That is exactly what you were doing.
Truths from channels that have hundreds of thousands of people. Shame on all of you.
Betty, you were cozied up to that channel for years. You didn't care. You didn't care. You didn't care when you were a top contributor in that Facebook group there, did you? You didn't care then. You didn't care until the badge disappeared. You didn't give a shit then. You didn't care when you were there in the Idaho 4 and JLR told you to keep those cameras running. You didn't care then. I hate people like this. When they spend years defending somebody and they spend years being friends with them and, I don't know, even partners. And because now that you broke up, now you're going to just, you know, act like you didn't support all the shit you supported for years. Now you're going to tell the so-called dirty secrets. She didn't get this passionate with Tony and Seth until she broke up with JLR. Oh, yeah, she has a lot worse she could say about you, she says. Oh, yeah.
On all of you.
No,
the good news is I am not beholden to them or their nonsense because I'm Bullhorn Betty and I have...
No, because they kicked you out the club. You didn't decide not to be beholden to them. They one by one got rid of you. They one by one realized they wanted nothing to do with you. But yeah, sure, we'll let you pretend it was you.
Have well over her subs.
Wait, what?
Well over beholden to them or their nonsense because I'm Bullhorn Betty and I have well over her subs.
Whose subs? What are you talking about? Right, you broke her heart. What is she talking about there? I'm not beholden to them because I have well over their... Dude, the subs are why you're not beholden to her? Because you have more subs? What? She's the one saying she's not part of their club, Barry. You should seek that out with her. She's the one that said it. Who does she have more? What are you talking about? For all those subs, you don't get very good analytics, but okay.
And I'm going to use my platforms to expose this. And it's not really exposing because they're doing it themselves, right? So it's just taking their words and putting it on different platforms so people can truly see who they are. And believe me, I will say this again. I will make sure for these people that have decided to take this narrative and run with it, this untrue narrative, and run with it.
What, the one that Sebastian Rogers' body was found? That one? That untrue narrative? You gonna seek revenge on everybody for that? Okay.
Knowing, intentionally inflicting additional distress upon this man.
Look at her talking to herself right here. What do you got, a mirror in front of you? You sure did, because as the father of that boy, you know he subscribed to your channel and he had to see your clickbaity alert this morning, the same way everybody else who unfortunately still has alerts on for you saw it.
Intentional, knowing and willfully knowing that those are lies and manipulation to alter their own audience is shameful.
You sure are shameful. She could be talking to herself right now. Yep. How about that, Brittany? How would she know? Katie wasn't even old enough to buy alcohol when she was pregnant with Sebastian. Okay? Unless her older man, kid's father, bought it for her. She wouldn't even been old enough to buy alcohol while she was pregnant. Ain't that some shit? Let that sink in. Katie was not old enough to buy alcohol when she was pregnant with Sebastian.
Absolutely shameful. Now, I have no problem with Jules, but I call dogs mutts here and there all the time.
No. You already said I could call her and her dog's worse names. Don't walk it back now.
You know? Does it mean that I don't want a family member found? Seems to be insightful language.
What?
Insightful language.
Is she okay?
Shame on all of them.
Shame on you.
But she didn't know. I knew. Well, girlfriend, I knew a long time ago about you. I kept my mouth shut because I have integrity.
Damn, Jay. You gonna let her talk to you like this, girl? She's talking about you at this point. She's talking about Julia. Who are you talking about? Magnolia? Who are you talking about? Everybody knows Jay is friends with JLR. Doesn't mean there's anything there. Knock it off. You sound just like Seth Rogers, a scorned ex-lover, man. Get some therapy. You're using this case to seek revenge on your broken heart. Just like Seth. You two really, really belong together here in this scenario. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Betty is just a scorned lover right now. Because she's a scorned lover. It's a shame. Listen, if you're gonna educate us on punctuation, perhaps try to use some. Okay, it would be read it, comma, or a period. Read the point of punctuation, comma. It means to start a new sentence. Period. Hell, we don't need. We understand. You understand how YouTube works? As a creator, I'm telling you, Betty knew what she was doing when she made this title this morning. And if she didn't, she was very fucking ignorant to do it. Summer Wells and told me to stay away from JLR. Oh my gosh. Betty. No, I won't even say. I won't.
But let me tell you, people with skeletons in their closet are one of the first people to try to show everybody else's skeletons.
Boom! Again, mirror in front of her. You are absolutely the one with skeletons in your closet trying to show everybody else's skeletons because you're salty that your heart was broken. Come on, Betty, grow up.
Just saying. All right, so we have a body. This is over in the Nashville area. Many of us are familiar with the Cumberland River.
Imagine you wake up, you get the alert, right? Look at my thumbnail. That's the alert. Sebastian Rogers' body found is what it says. Okay? you get that alert and you have to listen to the scorned lover seek revenge on Jay for being friends with JLR, and JLR choosing Magnolia over Betty for the first 10 minutes of the stream. And then she's going to get into the body that was found that is not Sebastian's body.
The Cumberland River is
not where JLR's taking it.
Is where Riley Strain was pulled out of. Okay. The Cumberland River was where Riley Strain was pulled out of. And Riley Strain was.
What are you reading? Your Cliff Notes up there?
Was one of several bodies that were pulled from that river during our search for Riley Strain. That was when many of us.
Listen to her. During our search, she's not okay at all, Julia. She is not okay. I repeat, she is not okay. Who heard her just say our search? Now, listen, I don't follow Betty. I tried. I was one of the few people that defended Betty when I felt like people were ridiculously picking on her. But the fact of the matter is she's ridiculous and she deserves to be picked on. So you guys tell me, was Betty out there searching for Riley Strain? Was she boots on the ground searching for Riley? Janae, it is so sad. It's so sad. I know, John. Put do you have big? She said they need to put a fence around it because a fence is going to stop somebody from dropping a body in it, Bets. Okay. No, right? No? Okay, lots of news. Right. And then guess what, Jay? It goes back to she's lucky if she gets 30, and most of them are trolls that are screen recording her.
First realized how dangerous the area is around Nashville, that people can get drunk and fall into the water. And many that river. Strain was one of several bodies that were pulled from that river during our search for Riley Strain.
Our search!
That was when many of us first realized how dangerous the area is around Nashville.
That's when they Listen. We all get a bit of hate viewers, right? Let's be honest. We all get a bit. But yes, when most of them are hate viewers, that's a problem. And in order to make sure that it's not the situation here, please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up. Right, she was at her house.
That people can get drunk and fall into the water. They have no safety barriers there.
How many people are getting drunk and falling into the river there, Betty? I mean, not for nothing. Do you know how big it is? And you just want them to put a fence all around? Now, hold on just a minute. Okay. Betty wants them to put a fence around it. She wants them to put a fence around it. Does that sound reasonable? Does that look reasonable? Goofy ass put a fence around it. That's going to stop drunk people from falling in or from bodies being dropped. I see her, Jane. I read her comment. They're going to get on that fence, Betty. Sure.
I think Nashville, downtown Nashville, is liable to these people financially.
No, she didn't. Yes, she did.
For their inability to constantly be pulling people out of the rivers and making no corrections to make sure those bodies don't get introduced to those rivers.
She's serious. And people follow her. She literally said the police are afraid of her because they know what resources she brings. Yeah, a bullhorn and bail money. Okay.
Now I mean, you're talking about over 10 bodies at least in the last year pulled out of that river.
All right, let's check that. How many bodies have been found in Cumberland River in a year? Doesn't really say. We can't get like a solid answer. Let's see. It may have been found in general. I don't know. I don't see it. But whatever. All right, Betty, sure.
And God knows what it was for the years before that and the years before that. That right there is their failure to protect their citizens. They are financially responsible for
that. Maybe Betty can be their lawyer. She tends to be working very well at being her own lawyer. I know, skips my loan. That's actually sad. Are there any trees? I'll never forget when Betty said, "Did anybody look for summer wells in the trees? Maybe she fell asleep." Like that 5-year-old little petite baby girl climbed up a tree and fell asleep. That's a lot.
They are financially responsible for that. And now we have another body yet in the river. So at this point, I think it's time for Nashville in the state of Tennessee to pony up money to put a fence around that water. So
she's serious. 688-mile fence. She wants the fence.
People can quit getting introduced into it when they go and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars to visit that area. They expect to be able to do stupid shit and be safe.
I don't even know what to say to this. What do you say to this? Like, what is the response back to this? Like, people spend a couple of $100 to go to this area. They should expect to be safe. But that dang on, that river there, that dang on river there is making all the people unsafe. Right. Did Sebastian get drunk and fall in the Cumberland River? Like, what is she doing? What is happening here? Right. Fence on both sides. Yeah. I mean, you know, she's going to build the best fence, the greatest fence of all. Well, are you being serious right now? She's being serious. Bless it. I don't know. Yeah, can we get the thumbs up just a little bit higher than 420, please? Just a little bit higher. Stay away from the fucking water. How about that, Betty?
Okay. So this is becoming a problem. Now, is this person related to Sebastian? I think that's the concern of everybody. You know,
So here's the thing. She's very, 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 very Republican. So she doesn't believe that the money should be invested into housing for the homeless. No, she rather build the greatest fence of all. So now she's finally going to say, now after all of this rant about a fence and JLR and Julie and Jays for Justice, you know, coming from the woman that says she's no longer going to fall into the drama. This is now when she finally addresses the fact that she clickbait everybody.
Okay. So this is becoming a problem. Now, is this person related to Sebastian? I think that's the concern of everybody. You know, we obviously have a missing boy and we have a floating body. As always, the chances of this floating body being associated with Sebastian Rogers at this point is probably inaccurate. It most likely is not Sebastian.
Tell me that's not gross. I'm local. Most are boat or swimming accidents. Well, then they need to put a fence around the boats. Fence in the people that are put a fence around individual swimmers. Portable fences for all. I don't know.
Here's why I'm going to tell you that. Because the way anatomy works and your body works, he would have been.
Oh gosh, oh gosh. All right, Betty, tell us all about it. Right, why did she clickbait the title? That's the entire point, Julia. I couldn't agree more. Why clickbait the title?
Because the way anatomy works and your body works, he would have been most likely floating months ago. You know, probably 2 weeks after he was introduced and lost his life in the water.
What? That is, first off, that has nothing to do with anatomy. Riley Strain wasn't floating. Many bodies actually don't just what? Professional medical opinion. This is why the Popo are afraid of her. I mean, what the hell?
Or waterway, we could expect him to be buoyant and lost ago. He would have been most likely floating months ago. You know, probably 2 weeks after he was introduced and lost his life in the water or water.
Did he lose his life in the water? What are you talking about, Betty?
Way we could expect him to be buoyant and come to the top. Okay.
Sucks.
That has not happened anywhere in Tennessee. So that leads to believe one of two things. He's either in the water and hooked to something that's keeping his body from coming to the surface.
Do we even respond to this?
Or he's on the surface and has not yet been found.
Or he's fucking alive, you asshole. How about that? Introduced to the river, his body would be floating. What are you on?
He's literally on top of the ground.
Oh,
now
that's our two options, guys. He's either tied down in the water or he's on top of the ground. Okay. Well, Betty, we thank you for your insight. You're so smart.
There is the third option.
Absolutely.
And the third, well, there's more than third option, but third probable option, the one that makes most sense, is there is a 17-hour window. Could he be buried under the ground?
Oh, Jesus. Good Lord. Blessed be. Oh, my goodness. Shut up. Oh, my gosh. So he's either on top of the ground, in the ground, or buried under the water. So buried in it. I mean, then why are you still talking about him, Betty? Why are you still showing his photo and his Amber Alert if you believe the child is deceased? What? I can't stand you people.
A lot of people know that Chris works at the hospital and he's a tower crane operator.
He doesn't work at the hospital. He was working on a site. What, is he buried underneath the hospital, Betty? Is that the next one we're going for? He went in the river in January. He was found in May. He was a skeletal body. Will rise. They will sink again. They can surface and go back down. That's horrible for that person. And for the folks, this person is on the team. Absolutely on the team. Thank you, Southern Gal. Absolutely. Absolutely it's disrespectful. And she's done give up, then give up. Give up. Stop clickbaiting his name.
And a lot of people are talking about concrete. There is no evidence that there was any concrete poured in and around the time that Sebastian went missing. Now, I don't know if that's true or not.
So here's our options. He's either tied down underwater, on the ground, buried in the ground, or buried under concrete. Oh, Lord.
I'm just saying personally, I have...
Imagine saying all of this with that title, with that thumbnail. Just imagine. Imagine this was your child, your loved one, your family. Imagine it.
Yet to hear that any concrete was poured that day. Just because you're on a construction site doesn't mean that because there are
what?
You know, let me put this.
Let me help you, Betty. A construction site doesn't equate to concrete being poured. Okay, there you go. Said it for you. Don't think too hard.
In perspective, there's a construction site, but just because people have concrete there doesn't mean that concrete was poured on that day. You have to, the concrete sets within 24 hours. Okay.
No shit, Betty. Thank you. You are a knower of all things. I'm so glad that we get to listen to the ratings of you. You are so smart.
So you have a 24-hour window. 24-hour window.
24-hour window.
Jenny say, quit blaming. Why would you write quit blaming? Quit blaming what? Quit blaming what? Quit blaming idiots here on YouTube? No, I will not do that. I'm not equipped like that. Quit blaming.
You just said in the beginning, you're not falling into the drama if they're telling Jay for Justice to get JLR's penis out of her mouth, you sicko. Anyway, Betty, you're a little bit long. Let me just help you out. It takes anywhere from 24 to 48 hours for concrete to cure. Okay. Yeah, 24. You have a 24-hour window to put a body into concrete. I mean, what the hell is wrong with her?
What? Are you talking about my opinion? Are you trying to control what's coming out of my mouth? I'm trying to understand.
She looks for fights.
But I'll give you an opportunity to respond.
I wouldn't even
That's
respond.
pretty childish, stupid, and ignorant just to say quit blaming.
But it's not childish, stupid, or ignorant to say you have more names that you could call Julie and her dogs than Mutt. It's not childish, stupid, and ignorant to tell Jay, because she's friends with JLR, to get his you-know-what out of her mouth. No. It's not childish, stupid, and ignorant to sit here and spew the many ways this 15-year-old child could be right now. No. But saying quit blaming, that's childish.
Quit blaming what? Quit blaming what?
Shut up, Eddie.
If that wasn't meant for me and I'm getting a little snarky, well, I do apologize. But
You sound sincere, but
you're coming into my chat. I don't go into other people's chats. So I call people that sit here and incite or gaslight idiots.
I think you're doing nothing but inciting and gaslighting. And I think you're the idiot. Okay.
But we know that Jennifer Janello, right, is not really your name, because nobody in their right mind would be this stupid and ignorant to come into somebody's chat with their real name.
Wow. You hear that? For all you people coming from TikTok and you don't know how YouTube works and you go in with your real names and all those things, this is how Betty feels of you. Okay. There is an uprise in TikTokers coming over with their full government names, which is why I warned them. But what you're doing, Betty, is you're threatening this commenter. That's what you're doing. Like, basically, don't come in here and insult me with your real name, because I'll be looking it up. You as well, Halloween baby. Thank you.
But we don't have children here. I bet you this lady here is probably a 65-year-old woman, just to let you know, because that's what statistics tell me she is.
Why are you so fucking ignorant? But we don't have children here. I bet this woman is a 65-year-old woman. So you're insulting your audience? What does it matter if she's a 65-year-old woman? She doesn't have a right to her opinion if she's 65 years old? What is she even saying here? You
acting like this.
Because you act way more mature, Betty.
Just to let you know, this is what we deal with. I don't deal with any of this garbage over on TikTok.
Because I won't even comment. Let's just think about this really quick, right? All this person wrote was quit blaming. That's it. Quit blaming. And she's calling her immature. She's threatening her. She's telling her she's stupid and ignorant. She must be 65 years old. Right. And for all she knows, that could have just been a misunderstood comment. She could have been talking to somebody in the chat. She could have been, but right away she goes to insult her on her age.
The mental insanity is over here on YouTube.
You are the mental insanity.
Oh, good morning, Jen.
That's because YouTube is aware of you. TikTok
yes, thank you for reminding us. Please don't engage in trolls. You guys have the ability to block.
Thank you for reminding us. You're the only one engaging.
That's the easiest way to do it, because there may be some things that are insulting to you that aren't insulting to other people. And so we're not going
to put a 1 in the chat if you think the words quit blaming is insulting. It is enough for you to kind of lose your shit.
Block, people's opinions, but if we block nastiness, right. That comment there, even though it had no cuss words, was nasty.
That was nasty.
So they would probably be removed. I'm not going to keep it up there because I want people to see how childish, stupid idiots are.
How the hell was that nasty? How was that childish? Right, put it 2 if you don't think it was nasty and childish. It literally just said, quit blaming. That's it. Betty, you said worse within the first 10 minutes of this stream. He should, looking beyond. He should.
But either way, are you...
It's ridiculous.
What qualifications do you have, youngin? I bet you're a 65-year-old bitter woman, and you're sitting there saying that.
Now she's youngin. What kind of qualifications do you have, youngin? Who cares, again, if she's a 65-year-old woman? What is that?
this stuff, knowing that I am perfectly capable of analyzing you. And you come with this BS because you're an idiot. Go clip it. Block this bitch.
I can't even believe this is real right now. So wait. You can analyze somebody over 2 comments. You can analyze them. She's probably a 65-year-old lonely. What do you think you're going to be at 65, Betty? What do you think you're going to be? A 65-year-old lonely woman, more than likely. And then to be like, clip this bit. Like, what? You're the one who's immature here.
I'm tired of these people in my chat.
Oh my
Grow
God.
up. For the love of Christ, grow up. We have bigger things than your petty bullshit.
No, you turned
You're an
it
idiot.
petty. You turned
a
it
childish idiot that hides behind a stupid name. Good gracious. Somebody block that woman. Nobody deserves to have to deal with this crap from these children on here.
Poor you.
That was my theory at the beginning, only because he commented on Facebook post and wrote very detailed statement about how you would put someone in concrete. Well, it sounds like he might have thought about it.
How is that funny? How is that hysterical? I don't think I'll make it through this, guys. There might have to be a part 2 because I can't with this one. First off, she gets louder. Your fake laugh is the most obnoxious thing I've heard to date. I'm not understanding how this is a funny comment. That was my theory at the beginning, only because he commented on a Facebook post and wrote a very detailed statement of how you would put someone into concrete. Has anybody else seen that statement by Chris? Has anybody else seen this statement by Chris Proudfoot? I personally haven't. But can anybody tell me what's funny about it? If that was a real statement and this commenter's being serious, that's hysterical to this woman. That's worth all of this.
Concrete. Well, it sounds like he might have thought about it.
That's sick.
I'm telling you, I just don't think it. I mean,
what are you so giddy about? You're sick. I mean, this is genuinely concerning that somebody would be this like giddy over that comment. She's even jumping out of her seat. Her face lit up. This is like you think she just saw a comedy act. What would be funny about that statement? None of this is funny, right? I mean, am I losing it here? I'll admit I'm biased. I can't stand Betty one bit. But to get this giddy over that type of comment? Are you okay?
You know, I could be wrong, but I don't think they were pouring concrete that day. But you know what? We don't like Chris, and we know Chris has probably sat there and fantasized about this for a long time. And he just
he sat there and fantasized about what is, you know that? I don't
not like this kid. He may have liked him at the beginning, but as he got older and he started making, changes and going through body changes and puberty and stuff like that, nobody was prepared for it. Because
nobody was prepared for Sebastian to go through puberty?
Because this kid does not understand what's going on with his body. And it's probably new to him. And
then you get them fucking books. What are you talking about, Betty? Then you sit down and you talk to your kids about puberty.
I don't want to, I don't even want to think about that, but it's he doesn't understand. And I feel like he was like,
I feel like you're talking about him like he was incapable. You're talking about him like he does, like the kid didn't have a higher IQ than you. This is all, again, with the clickbait that he was found deceased in a river. I wish Chris would curse her out. I wish JLR would too, but he won't. He did it that they were wrong. It wasn't possible. Thank you. Nonetheless, it's not a funny statement by any means. Like she was hysterical and giddy and I think she does this to act like she's not so bothered by the people that dislike her, but she's hot and bothered. This is weird, Betty. This is weird.
Chris is such a meathead that anybody that's not a hard, manly man is not worth their salt. He looked upon Sebastian horribly. Because
you don't even fucking know him to say he's a man's man and looked upon Sebastian horribly. What are you saying? Sebastian wasn't a boy? He wasn't manly? He's a teenager. What are you even saying? Right. Hell, I'm giving my son a book to read. I don't know how to explain this shit. Nobody's prepared for it. But you prepare your children for it. Obviously, some people just weren't prepared.
Because he wasn't like him, which nobody should be like Chris. Chris is a piece of shit. You know,
She
his
doesn't even know
attitude,
him.
his demeanor, just who he is as a person is a rotten piece of shit. And that's what I truly believe. He you know, whether he's done anything bad or not, I can tell you his person, I don't like him.
And I'm sure he listen, when somebody like Betty doesn't like you, it is a compliment. When somebody like Betty does like you, now you got to be concerned. And you're right, it's me, Tiffany. If anything, it is only Seth Rogers that keeps talking about the nuclear family and the fact that he was embarrassed that his son wore diapers and with her that he showed him a real beatdown on Mortal Kombat. Right.
I don't like who he is as a person. You know, removing this situation, I think he's a total jerk.
Oh, I didn't.
But does jerks kill people? That's what
I didn't time you out, Perry. Must have been a mod. You didn't really show me proper punctuation, to be honest. I actually showed you, but no, I didn't time you out. I'm sorry you were timed out. Welcome back.
That's where we're at. And I don't know. I honestly believe he was on the phone with it. The whole story with his wife, this phone, this whole 3 hour, none of it makes sense. I have listened to enough.
You know, it wouldn't make sense to you because there's not a man in this world that would spend 3 hours on the phone with you. So you wouldn't know. But a lot of people, hell, Joneson, you still in here? I listened to Joneson the other day. Her husband called to say he made it to work. How sweet is that? After all these years of marriage and having kids, he calls to say make it to work. He says, I love you. Joneson says, I love you. Then he says, I love you. And it was like the most cutesy, grossy, cutesy, lovey, hubby-dubby, wifey thing I've heard in a long time. Okay? Joneson and her husband, I can absolutely see speaking on the phone for 3 hours. I guarantee there are a lot of people in this chat that if their husband's working out of state or out of town, they're talking on the phone. It's not that abnormal, Betty. It's just not.
Enough changes in that. None of it makes sense. It seems like they're trying to make it make sense as to why they were having such a long conversation. And it's also leading me to believe that they don't normally or customarily have these conversations.
Thank you, Perry. I'm glad you recognize that. We can agree on that. It's the least abnormal thing in this conversation. The man lived far away. You know, we heard he spent a couple hours on the phone with the woman that recorded his call. He's a talker. He likes to talk. There's nothing illegal about that.
Which was another key factor. But based upon this whole situation and listening to this sector over and over again, they never state anywhere at any time that this is a common practice where they do this often.
Are they supposed to do? Look at her with her pointing fingers, looking up in it. Oh my gosh, you're scary, Betty. Look at her right now. Look at her. She's looking up, pointing. You look weird. They have to come out and tell you what their phone time is like. They don't owe that to you. Look at it.
And listening to this sector over and over again, they never state anywhere at any time that this is a common practice where they do this often.
Is it a common practice for you to oddly look up and move your finger like that? Is that a common practice? Like that you're just as absurd as you think that phone call
But this is what they do every night or every Sunday or every other day or anything like that. It was just this one and done particular
What are you looking at? The photo you have a JLR on the wall? You okay?
Situation. And it just happens to be the same day that Sebastian disappears forever.
Put a 1 in the chat if you talk to your husbands on the phone. 3 times a day when he's at work. Tomorrow's never promised. Good morning, Rhonda. I'm sure they did, though, Perry. I just don't think they need to tell it to the world. I mean, Chris and Katie don't owe us anything. I'm sure the police looked to see if that was abnormal. I mean, you know, I'm sure they didn't skip over that.
So, you
Wow.
know, we're building the blocks here. The blocks are being built against Katie. They're not even being built against Chris right now. Chris is covering Katie's butt.
Well, we're building them against Seth. How about that?
Something happened in that house. Now, somebody brought up something, and this might be true. This might be true. It's possible. It's possible.
Oh, you scare me.
It's possible. So what might be true is, let me go ahead. I'm going to ban these people. I'm going to go ahead and move this up to 20 minutes. I'm tired of these idiots.
I thought you weren't going to address the trolls. Oh, you're going to lose your audience.
If anybody comes in here, guys, we're having a zero tolerance policy until this is under control. I want everybody that's in here to...
Meanwhile, her chat's over there calling people snaggly tooth, asking how their internet is and basements and all this other weird shit. But yeah, don't come in and tell Betty to stop blaming. Don't do that.
Distracting, blocked. They can set up new accounts if they want to. If they want to waste the time to do that, they can do that.
No,
anybody
they don't.
that's in here causing problems, I want to block. Zero policy, zero tolerance policy. I don't need to put up with this, and neither.
Anybody who disagrees with Betty, get lost. Yeah, it was so cutesy, grossy. I'm like, oh my gosh, these love bugs. When Tony was on the road, I would fall asleep on the phone with him, and he would hang up. Right? Like, you're in love, you're happy. Yeah, Diana, I'm sorry she insulted everybody. That's 65 plus.
It does my audience.
Your audience is them.
What I was trying to get at is somebody was saying, and this might be true because we've seen it happen, where Katie went and picked up Chris, or Chris's mom went to pick up Chris to leave his truck at the camper.
Oh, thank you so much. So Chris absolutely did say it was common in a recent interview. Him and Katie sometimes watch a movie while on the phone. Super common, especially military families and long work separations. Thank you, Daisy. There you go, Bets.
We know that Katie has went out there and picked up Chris and brought him wherever, whether they're staying at the house or another place, and left his truck there so everybody thinks that he was still at his trailer.
What? Weren't you just complaining that he put the trailer to the truck and brought it with him? Now you're saying they left it. So they're not now they're not allowed to leave like the truck and trailer behind. They have to drive both cars. How many of you and your husbands drive both cars? Like, don't you normally pick each other up and just take one vehicle? This is also bizarre.
Or his camper. We have seen them do that since this.
Oh, wow. How dare they drive
you,
together?
Turtle Gang. God bless you.
They drive together?
God bless you.
Wow.
So.
How dare they?
Is that possible? Could he have been home? And my answer would normally be yes, but you know what?
Your answer is full of shit because he was spotted at work, okay? The same way Seth has an alibi, so does Chris. He passed the lie detector. No, why are you looking back up in the air? Are you okay? I'm sorry, I can't do this. She makes me too angry. I can't do it. I can't do it. You're full of shit, Betty. You're gross. You're absolutely gross. You're the same Betty that walked up and got Don Wells fired from his job. You're the same Betty that was sitting outside where a child was murdered and played baby sounds out of a speaker. That's you, Betty. That will always be you. You're nothing more than a headache to local law enforcement. They're not scared of you because of your resources. They're not scared of you because you're so damn smart. They're scared of you because you're like a 9-time strangler, okay? Knock it off. Get over JLR. Like, you're so gross. The fact that you would put, I mean, let's say she didn't clickbait title it. Let's say she didn't clickbait title that stream. Let's say it just said body found in Tennessee. The fact that you put a life raft in there, knowing that the person's deceased, you show zero regard for the fact that a deceased person was found. You show zero regard for a life being lost. You instead used it to get your revenge out on JLR and anybody he associates with. You're weird. The only reason you are even friends with Tony right now is because JLR had the balls to come out and admit that Seth is a creep. So gross. Hey, Pandies, I'm sorry you walked in on this note. She really just aggravates me. I'm so sorry. And then to insult people that are 65 plus, but then turn around and try to claim like that's your audience base, then you just insulted your entire audience base, you genius over there. What did I just say? Please check your email. Best 2 minutes of video to play. Fairy telling. I don't see anything in there from you. I mean, why would you even have to put Sebastian's photo on there with that? I mean, it's just so gross. It's exactly who and what you'll always be. And then you got mad that people came in and called you out for the clickbait that you pulled. And why is she insulting you now, Julie? Oh, you ghosted Seth Rogers? I'd be mad if somebody ghosted me too. They haven't said whose body it is, Perry. I don't even think it matters. The fact of the matter is somebody's loved one, right? She is. She is. Bunch of trolls. We got Love 2, aka Betty Bop, aka or Betty Boop, whatever, aka Steph the dog handler, you know, and then you got Betty over here seeking out revenge. And this is also, it's a shame. It's a shame that there's so many trolls involved in this case. All right, let me see if I got it. Is it coming from Mel? No. I still didn't get it yet. I'll wait a second. I think all three parents, yeah, all of them failed in one way or another, right? He got rid of all the good people. And don't forget, y'all, Betty is part of their team. Tony said, let me introduce you all to the newest member of our team, Bullhorn Betty. Like, she's literally part of the team. Katie being parked at the school, then argues with me for a while when I asked her for sources. Why does it matter where Katie's being parked? She can't go to the school she dropped her son off every day and spend a few minutes thinking of him. Is that a crime? Is there something really wrong with that? Geez, Seth Rogers can go, you know, sit wherever he wants, sit on YouTube panels and all the things and make jokes. And early on when Sebastian was missing, Seth Rogers sat on a panel and made a very inappropriate joke. A very inappropriate joke about how Sebastian came to be. A sexual joke. No, it doesn't see something. The only thing it has is the two S's where it shouldn't. No dots or anything. But Katie's not allowed to go to where she's to drop her. No, he has not been found. It was a clickbait title. He has not been found. The whole thing's sad. The whole thing's wrong. This is just... Oh, shit, Jessie girl. That's pretty close, isn't it? I might have to push that back. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to do that stream. I feel like some of these people just need this type of stuff. The same way Betty keeps acknowledging all the so-called drama and says she's not doing it. Just stop. You're not above it. You're not better than it. You are it. He hangs out at the school on Saturdays, apparently, making his search plans as if his town don't have a Waffle House or something. Right, it's okay that he turns on the camera and he's like, look, I'm at my son's school. I will give Seth as much as a break as everybody has given Chris. There you go, Seymour. Thank you. All right, let me check my email again. Nope. I mean, who says to build a fence? look again, okay? Betty thinks that a fence should be built around this, or everybody should sue because somebody got hurt. A fence around this river. That's logical, right? You think he's a narcissistic, abusive creep? I don't agree with that at all. His actual parent. I don't want to think about stuff doing. Oh, yeah. The joke? Oh, yeah. I don't care how much drama has come up. Nashville does have plans to put the fence around. Nashville has plans to put the fence around this river here. He has been making nasty remarks. How about the fact that he was over there making, bragging about how he spit on a man's pizza and rubbed it wet dough all over the dirty floor, and all we hear is anger. All we hear is revenge coming from Seth. Nobody wants to hear it, though. Waving red flags around. Let's get I'm going to protest that they absolutely put it around the ocean as well. Absolutely agree. All right, I'll check my email again. If I don't get it today, we'll have to play it another day. Yeah, I still didn't get it. Floor spice. Wet floor spice. She said a fence is needed, so people expect $300 to do stupid crap. You don't have to be an actual parent to love a child, right? The more people to love Sebastian, the better. Night before last, delete every comment I made. Yeah, I was timed out for life. I was saying another lie Seth said about never being in the internet. He is a gamer. No way he's not on the internet. Well, he changed it, right? Oh, no. He's never played video games with other people. All he played was, Batman and Superman. And then next thing you know, he's like, oh, yeah, he plays COD and he played with Seth and my friend from a different state. What I can't stand is the people surrounding him taking advantage of his mental state, giving false hope. Inside and out that day, he said all dog hit on a scent going to the construction site. Oh, BS for one, they use 18 dogs. No, he actually didn't say it was 18 dogs at one time. He didn't say that. He said in total, there's been over 18 dogs brought to his house. He was saying in total. Welcome, Quentin. Thank you. Okay, he doesn't want to deal with the creep who groomed her. Can you blame her? I don't believe it either. I agree. There's no reason Betty should be dogging his mother and making up lies that she was drinking while pregnant with Sebastian. I think that's absolutely horrific. Absolutely horrific. All right. Let me pull this up. Sebastian Rogers' dad calls in. The one that says biological dad, Seth gives updates. I'm assuming it's that one. Let's go to the 3535. Let's hear it out.
And you said that the dogs did not catch any scent.
That's what they're telling me now.
So the scent that the dogs picked up near this construction site was not that of Sebastian Rogers?
That's what they told me.
They
said
very
the
interesting.
information that I received when I asked questions previously was false information.
So we're talking about the dog scent again, right? We heard the dispatch. We heard all that. He's saying now that the police at this point were telling him they gave him false information in the beginning. Who believes that? They lied on the dispatch?
Interesting. Interesting. It's very interesting. I guess I keep wondering about those things because I know it was said before and then things have changed, like things that we've heard from the Proudfoots, they have changed over time. Now I get it that during trauma, during nerves, being interrogated, sometimes information slips through the cracks, right? Sometimes you forget things.
There he is sitting in his car, but everybody says, oh yeah, he's searching. Okay, so not this one. Let me check the others. I don't see any other one that says that. Oh, here it is. All right, let's hear what this one is.
Next to him. He's in his recliner. I'm in my recliner.
Right, right. You guys are spending time
You know,
together.
he's playing there, and I'm on my phone playing Call of Duty, and he's on the PlayStation playing Modern Warfare.
Right on.
You know, I mean, I know what he's doing because I'm right next to him.
Yeah.
So it's like any conversations or anything that he didn't have the headphones.
Right.
So, and it's a PS4, it's not a PS5, so it doesn't pick up your stuff through the remote or anything.
Yeah.
So it's like the only way he would have had contact with any of them is if he had headphones on, and I made him not wear headphones because you're not going to talk to random people.
Right.
You don't know who, and I explained to him, you don't know who these people are. They could tell you one thing, and they could be some guy that's like in his 50s or something.
Why do you have to have that talk with him if he didn't have access to speak to anybody? Huh.
Looking for some kid.
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah. Those internet streets are dangerous, man. Those internet streets are dangerous. So let's talk about outside of the internet.
Nobody's dogging on him for that. We're dogging on him for the fact that he acts like he was Father of the Year and he knew that Sebastian was being oh so mistreated, but yet he didn't fight to take his son. He was asked to take his son a year ago and said, oh, let's wait a year. Let's wait a year and see if he can get his act together. He admitted that Sebastian coming to live with him was punishment. So no, nobody's judging him on the fact that he got his son every other weekend. Stop acting like you were Daddy of the Year when you weren't. You just weren't. You're going to sit here and tell us all the abuse Sebastian went through and how Katie was incapable of being a mother and she was immature and all these other things, but you didn't do anything? You didn't do anything to save your child from what you deem an abusive home?
Did he ever express any issues about his home environment at all?
Not at his mom. He never expressed anything about his mom and dad's.
Oh, what does that mean? Thank you so much, Clinical. Listen to that again. Rewind that back.
His home. Did he ever express any issues about his home environment at all?
Did he ever express any issues about his home environment? And he says, not at his mom's. So only about your house, Seth? Oh. First off, custody was granted over in California, where Seth went from allegedly being a full-time dad, full-time employee, full-time school student. And yet, he didn't get 50-50 custody. Okay. Or even primary. Let's hear. I mean, listen, is it just me?
Ever expressed any issues about his home environment at all?
Not at his mom. He never expressed anything about his mom and dad's stepfather's place.
Okay.
His mom and dad's place. Then he corrects himself to stepfather. So where did he express the abuse in his home life? Because you have said differently now. Wow, that's interesting.
He liked the dogs. He was supposed to come live with me at the end of school. Summer break, he was supposed to move in with me full time.
Oh wow. He was supposed to. Oh wow.
This is this is what both me and him have wanted for years.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand that.
This is what me and him have wanted for years. Then why'd you tell us that Katie and Chris asked you to take Sebastian a year ago, and you said you'll give him another year to see if he can get his behavior right? Oh, I couldn't agree more. He wasn't going to live with him full time. He was only going to live for the summer. That has since been clarified.
And now you're out looking for him.
Now I gotta find him so he can come live with me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand.
He did it on Betty's the other night too.
Of course, I'm not trying to point any blame or anything of that sort. But the situation in which he just vanished into thin air is very suspicious in my personal opinion. What are your thoughts as far as him vanishing in the way that he did vanish?
I'm missing something. Like I've stated since day one, none of this makes sense.
Do you guys recall when Chris confronted him over that? And he said, Sebastian didn't want to go live with you. And Seth said, oh, well, then me and Sebastian went and had a conversation by ourselves. Anybody else remember that? So no, it's not what they wanted for years.
People don't infringe upon people's constitutional rights.
Yeah. I got a few
people that figure to the Constitution.
With all due respect, my apologies. I can only imagine. Deputy sheriff. With all due respect, my apologies.
Sorry. Well, I take my oath to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of Tennessee very, very dearly to my heart.
But yet you called the Navy full of alcoholics. Also, you're not a deputy sheriff. You're a correction officer.
As a deputy sheriff, that's what we're supposed to do. Make sure people don't infringe upon people's constitutional rights.
Yeah.
As a deputy sheriff, they're supposed to make sure people don't infringe upon people's constitutional rights. Really? That's their job title?
I got a few more questions. What was the last time you had a conversation with Sebastian? How
Thursday.
It was Thursday. Okay. So you
Thursday before he left.
Thursday before he left. Interesting.
Before he disappeared, or you mean before he left?
Yeah.
Oh. He caught on to it, Pascal. Good job.
Before he disappeared, or you mean before he left?
Yeah.
Okay. So
before he left,
okay.
I mean, because he's gone.
Right.
He's gone.
Right.
He left to go where? Where'd you send him? Where'd he go?
Left.
So,
but
how
he either
often
left the house of his own free will, or he didn't. And if he went outside, I don't know what happened to him.
Absolutely. So then let me ask you this then. Did you guys correspond or at least make phone calls often? Like, was it a daily thing, or would it be sporadic every once in a while you get a chance to talk to Sebastian? I'm just curious about the rhythm here, because it seems like Thursday and then it's just flatline, no communication whatsoever.
Yeah, Perry, we're not disagreeing with you there. A lot of places, they do that. They hire guards to keep an eye on inmates. They're called correctional officers. It has been clarified by the state of Tennessee, the sheriff's office, that he is not a sheriff deputy. He is nothing more than a correctional officer. That is what his title is, correction officer. You are right.
So how often were you actually corresponding with your son?
I called him Thursday. I don't call him on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday because he's with his mom.
Right.
That way, when I have him
So it's normal. It is normal for Katie to spend a weekend with Sebastian. It's not normal for her to spend a weekend doing things with Sebastian like everybody tried to make it be. Everybody tried to make that weekend weird, right? Why did she take them bowling? Why'd they go out to eat? Why'd they go to Costco?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's just a mutual thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, normally I would call him every day or every other day at about 3:30 because he would be home from school by then and either be working on his homework, or if he didn't have any homework, he was doing chores that his mom had him doing.
Gotcha.
And I would call him to ask.
I thought Katie had no structure. I thought she wasn't even a parent. No structure. Yes, she had your son doing his homework and doing chores. Sounds like there's a lot of structure there. He was really putting on a show at first, wasn't he? Yep.
How school was. Normally we would talk for maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and it was routine. Call him up. How was school? You know, did your mama leave you any chores?
You'd ask him, did your mama leave you any chores? You'd call him up, say, how was school? Did your mama leave you any chores? What, because you were the fun dad? You had to put Katie down to him? Right? Like, oh, did your mom leave you any chores? I don't make you do chores here, son. Over here, you can stay up all night. You can play video games all night, whatever you want over here. Sorry, your mom's making you do chores.
Yeah.
You know?
So, but this was a Monday through, but this was more of a Monday through Monday through Friday type of thing. But then the weekends, you would leave him be to spend time with mom, correct?
I would pick him up on Fridays on my weekend. I would pick him up. I'd be waiting at their house when he got off the bus.
Yeah,
I see.
2 weekends.
But this weekend was not your weekend. Or this particular weekend was not your weekend, right?
No, that was his mama's weekend.
Gotcha. You know, wow.
Yep, literally, Davis.
Okay, I
There's no doubt in my mind that he would constantly go against Katie and Chris. That he just, you know, had to be the defiant one. I mean, he wouldn't even give Sebastian the medicine Sebastian was prescribed when Sebastian was there. And he screamed, you know, I didn't make my son wear diapers. They're not diapers. 4 days might tend not to want to make them miserable while you only have 4 days. Yeah. Yeah, but let's not forget he didn't see him on the weekend he was supposed to, and there was a alleged CPS call, but you know, whatever. There's a humongous difference between a correctional officer and a deputy sheriff. I agree. The initial interview, but he was definitely still putting on a show. But it was said in another interview, it was originally his weekend, but he had to work, so he didn't get him. Yep. All right, listen, I appreciate you all spending a day with me. Thank you. It was nice to talk with Queen and get to clarify the whole Love 2 /Steph /Angel troll thing. It was not so fun pointing out how disgusting I think Betty was with her thumbnail today and spending the first 10 minutes making gross allegations towards Jay with JLR and talking trash about Julie. And, you know, she's allowing her personal vendettas against people to intertwine into her coverage of Sebastian. And it's really just horrible. Absolutely horrible. Very clear to anybody with eyes to see what is happening. And we will go ahead and yes. But we did go over and hear it, Jennifer McFarland, and that is what he said. So we're going to go ahead and end this how we always do. It should be about Sebastian. I know I don't always do the best with it. Unfortunately, it's you know, it's one of those things, like covering this stuff does keep his name out there, but unfortunately, it's not just his name. It has to have all this stuff covered around it, which is horrible. Absolutely, Sebastian was not found. It was not him in that river, but unfortunately, it was somebody. So we can take a minute to say prayers for whoever lost their life, to those who loved them and cared about them. Gross that Betty covered it so heartlessly. It was still somebody's loved one, somebody's child. To you 65 and older women in the chat, I appreciate you, even if Betty doesn't. I don't think you're all 65 and lonely. I think 60 is the new 40. You're kicking ass. Keep doing your thing. Don't let people like Betty try to put you down and say, oh, you're just a 65-year-old lonely person. I'm sure you have more fulfilling lives than, you know, she may. So, absolutely. He said left when Sebastian left. And Pascal checked him on it. I think that's very telling. See something? Thank you for pointing that out to us. If you haven't, please hit the thumbs up. We kept almost 1,000 viewers this whole time. That's pretty flattering. I appreciate that. I would appreciate the thumbs up. That's all I'm asking for here. Just a little thumbs up. Little thumbs up. Not asking you to pay my electricity bill, my internet bill, fix my car. Just asking for a free little click of the mouse there, or a click of your finger, whichever way you are viewing us today. And please stay through while we play this video for Sebastian. On February 26, 2024, an Amber Alert went out for 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers. Sebastian is white, 5'5", 120 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. Sebastian was last seen wearing a black long-sleeve shirt, black sweatpants, and glasses. He has a medical condition that may impair his ability to return safely without assistance. If you have seen Sebastian or have information regarding his whereabouts, please contact the Sumner County Emergency Center or TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. Let's take this moment to pray for Sebastian's safe return.